Hello again everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're at Gatwick today and clinging on for dear life today because we've already had one crash to desktop with the scenery prior to loading today. There's a couple of the guys over there by the bridge as well. We've got this really annoying texture issue over there with the Hawaiian. But there we are, we're at stand 50. And we are off to Mykonos. I'm intentionally trying to do as little as possible on the ground here at Gatwick because not sure what triggered the crash to desktop a few minutes ago, but we ended up in another 10-minute boot cycle. Hope you're all okay anyway. If you're new to the channel, very warm welcome to you guys. Make sure you hit subscribe and it'll then unlock the live chat for you guys too. What do I need to do? There we go. Bad nav.
QNH 1015 requesting clearance to Mykonos. Easy 76 Delta Alpha, get ground, thank you. Clear to Mykonos.
11495 Dover.
Score 5262. Clear to Mykonos, where MIMFO 1 mic departure.
That's got an overfly marker on it, hence the diamond in the flight plan, which you might not have seen actually. There you go, the little triangle there. But I don't think that's working. As you can see there, it's already wanted to draw the line.
Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, has clearance been given?
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha. Sorry, sir, you were going to tell me what departure procedure you can accept.
Let's see. Information Yankee, 26 left in use.
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, whatever departure procedure you give me.
Roger, how about the land?
1015. We've only got ground on, and then we're on to Peaceful Unicom for a little while.
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, accepting.
We've got 5 or 6 of the folk flying along as well. Jonathan, hello to you, hope you're okay.
Thank you, and squawk 0476 and report when you're ready for taxi.
Good afternoon, easy 73 Lima Charlie, Airbus A319.
1,000 knots.
Yankee on board, requesting line for clearance.
Didn't even know it's impossible. That was possible. Kai, hi.
Easy 73 Lima Charlie, get ground, tow, clear to Malaga via the
David, hello to you, and Jay, let's hope it goes better today, eh? William, hi. David as well. Cursed Gatwick scenery, back at it again, yes, sadly. Dan, hi to you. Ashley T, welcome, and David A, good morning, and everybody else as well in the chat. Thanks to Doctor on board for sorting out the route today, which is the real world easyJet route that's been in use for the last couple of days, including today. We are just waiting for a gap to get clearance.
73 Lima Charlie, we are clear to Malaga via the Novna 1 extra departure. Via Novna,
Machek, hello, welcome.
20 to Southampton, squawk 3402 and squawk 1015. Correction, QNH 1015, my apologies.
We've got to wait for that gap of clearance there.
69 stand 55, correction 566, ready for push and start.
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, squawking 0476.
Oh man.
India Foxtrot 29 Alpha, roger, report ready for taxi, break. Let's beeper 269, looking for push and start, confirm.
DC Mole, hi. Rich Savile, happy Tuesday to you too. I hope this works.
566, push and start approved, facing start speed at 269.
Gatwick ground, hello, easy 56 Charlie Mike on stand 50 A320 Neo with information Yankee, request RFR clearance to Mykonos, please.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, Gatwick ground, hello, sorry, take any stand numbers at 50.
Yes, just stand 50 for easy 56 Charlie Mike.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, thank you, clear to Mykonos, MIMFO 1 Mike departure, squawk 3371.
Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, requesting taxi to runway 26 right.
Clear to Mykonos, MIMFO 1 Mike departure, squawk 3371 for easy 56 Charlie Mike.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, read back correct. Break, India Foxtrot 29 Alpha, roger, taxi guide.
He keeps stepping over people, that lad, whoever that is. Right, that is ready to go. And I daren't do too much outside in case it freaks the aeroplane out.
5457, stand 49 left, request engines down, pushback.
That's all ready to go. That is Dan over there, I think it is. Is that Dan?
57.
Whoa, stutter, McGee.
Push start approved. Let's see, face west, please.
Push start approved facing west, easy 5457.
Average at the moment on Ultra with this Gatwick scenery is 25-ish frames per second. Drops down to 20 sometimes, drops up to 30.
Taxiing via Tango to Juliet, holding at intersection at Romeo.
Easy 76 down to Alpha, stand 552, push start approved, face west. Push start approved, facing west. Delta.
Good afternoon, Speaker 33 Victor Mike with you, stand 12 information, Yankee A320 Neo. Got a clearance to Geneva.
Ismail, yeah, I believe so, yeah. So ordinarily, a couple of these, I think that one there in particular is a USR waypoint. And as you can see there, that's gone. So it's got the MIMFO departure in really nicely there. And it's showing you Detling 31 miles, Detling 29 miles, so that's exactly as it looks like in the charts. I'll show you very quickly. There we go.
39999, may I ask what's the initial climb altitude?
Oh, Wesley, I sent you the charts.
9999er. It's just on the plate there, but I can get it for you if you stand by.
Gatwick Ground, good afternoon, Speedboard 135, stand 27, A321 Neo, requesting alpha currents to Warsaw with information Yankee on board.
Fabrizio, hello. Not yet the dev version, but coming soon.
To Warsaw, frame 1 Mike departure, squawk 7.
Crash the desktop, pushing back. Oh no! We might have to use the default Gatwick if it happens to me again.
Departure, squawk 7225, Speedboard 135.
Speedbird 135, feedback correct.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, fully ready, request push start.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, roger, hold position, I'll call you back.
Roger, hold position, easy 56 Charlie Mike.
Easy 9 for Lima, stand 54, 320, information, Yankee, clearance to Aberdeen.
Dan, give it a go. I'd maybe just remove the Gatwick mod. It's literally got updated today as well. It's so frustrating that he updates it like 2 or 3 times a day, but it's so unstable.
Disregard, I've got that here, I'll get it to you via TDPRC.
I really hope we don't get a crash to desktop. I know one of the little rules at the moment is do not use toolbar pushback, but in fact use the tool inside here. Oh, my poor frames.
95, roger. Just caution the easyJet pushing back from stand 552. Stand 53, push start approved, face east.
We're at our slot time.
Pushing start approved to the east, Hawaiian 905.
Oh, hello. There's no VNAV yet. VNAV's actively being worked on at the moment.
Information Yankee.
Alberto, hello.
589, ground, hello.
Don't even know if I'm going to get a crash to desktop again.
Back, break easy, 924 Lima. So just confirm your parking location.
Stand 54, easy 924 Lima.
94 Lima, thank you.
Oh, Jay, that's good.
Clearance to Warsaw.
That's the problem, Centurio. Yeah, the dev just adds more and more and more to it.
Trans 589, confirm you're looking for clearance to Warsaw.
Gigantic high. We're literally just waiting for our pushback clearance now. We still don't know if we're going to get a crash to desktop. There's Wesley.
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, apologies sir. We continue via Juliet and then...
Attempted to turn some settings down so it's not on Ultra. That shouldn't be a problem. We're on Ultra yesterday. This is one of the reasons why I haven't used the Gatwick version for quite a while, because it's quite unstable. Manacle Airways, hello, and Kevin, hi to you as well. Hope you guys are having a good week so far.
Easy 4 26906, still no departure flight plans for you seen. Maybe just check it's got Gatwick as the departure and call you back.
We'll check the flight plan, we'll get back to you.
Oh, Dan, that might be a good shout. To be fair, yeah, if I get a crash to desktop, I'm going to ditch Gatwick. And I'll go to a different airport.
Alpha Lima, Quebec. Hold short Juliet, actually.
Adrian, good question. How can you become a VATSIM controller? It's for VATSIM UK. It's a long process.
Speedbird 33 Victor Mike. Push start approved. Face west.
Push start approved. Face west. Speedbird 33 Victor Mike.
87 Delta Alpha ready for taxi.
76 Delta Alpha, hold position, I'll call you back, break. EZ56 Charlie Mike, sir, you ready to push?
Hey firm, EZ56 Charlie Mike.
EZ56 Charlie Mike, sorry there was another aircraft that got disconnected there, so stand at 50, push start approved, face west.
No worries, stand 50, push start approved, face west, EZ56 Charlie Mike.
EZ56, the flight plan should be there.
Fingers crossed. I purposely don't use anything, any of the stands like the air bridge or anything like that at Gatwick because it does cause a big problem.
India Foxtrot 29 Alpha, monitor Unicom 122 destination.
Whoa. It's such a beautiful scenery, but it is a nightmare to use and so unstable.
Transat 589, thank you.
No other scenery does it. It needs to be completely started again, really, and optimised properly from the ground up. Anyway, fingers crossed, we're on our way.
EZ75 Lima Echo, radio check.
Ah. Not using toolbar pushback. There we go.
55, break, air transit 589, you clear to Warsaw, train 1 Mike departure, squawk 7666.
Good to destination, train flight 1 Mike departure, and squawk 7666, air transit 5800.
India Alpha Foxtrot 29 Alpha, Gatwick ground, what was the frequency?
122 destination.
Gatwick ground, Speedbird 490, request push and start.
Stop the tug. Oh, those sounds.
Speedbird 490.
What's it all about?
Push start approved, face east.
Get rid of that.
Approved, face east.
Go. There we go. Get some frames back.
46, just checking if you...
Actually, it did, yeah, but I used a different gate. I used the one that I originally spawned at, but the Hawaiian there was spawned there, so I moved. I remember before it was a little potluck when you spawned. That's such an annoying thing. We're going to have to see that because we're pushed back at the same time.
EZ496, but in your routing is correct, but you've put Malta as the departure point and Gatwick as the destination.
Okay, very weird. There should be a...
Doctor on board, yeah. Probably sort of 120 beats per minute, probably. Hoping we don't get a crash. Usually, you know, I don't want to jinx it, but I was going to say usually, once we get to this stage, we're okay.
EV76 Delta Alpha, taxi via...
Pop them out the belly.
Quebec and Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Taxi left Quebec, Juliet, and hold short of Papa. EC76 Delta Alpha.
Speedbird 269, continue taxi via Juliet,
He's very busy.
Papa and Alpha, Alpha November, holding point Alpha 3, caution the aircraft, holding on Charlie.
I thought I would never see a Hawaiian, so I didn't bother updating that one. and Sod's Law, it's here today. Of course it is. Benny Benny, hello.
Stand 106, information Zulu, request IFR clearance to Palma.
EZ75 Lima Echo, roger, stand by, call you back.
Gigantic, this is the dev version, but it's a bit of a crash test version with the custom fly-by-wire, custom flight plan manager added into it, and that's what is going to be coming soon in the next week or two, hopefully, into the dev branch if it all works well. Easy 56 Charlie Mike, request taxi.
671, 84%, start. Block Easy 56 Charlie Mike, roger. Taxi initially via Lima and Papa, hold short Juliet.
Lima Papa, hold short Juliet, Easy 56 Charlie Mike.
Southwest 5671, Southwest 5671, roger, hold position. Position, Southwest 5671.
Transit 5800, request push and start.
We're moving. Left onto Lima.
Transit 589, hold position.
Background, UPS 237 Heavy requesting a radio check.
UPS 237, get ground delivery to 55.
Your seatbelt is fastened.
Right, we try to condition.
Papa, hold short Juliet. Oh, I think I can see a BA 777 over in the distance. Agent Kerbal, yeah. So it's a custom LNAV, and you're going to see on departure, for those of you who saw my video yesterday that I put online, you would have seen how it sort of hugs the line really closely. You're going to see it live in action today during the stream.
India Foxtrot 29 at Alpha requesting 2 from the 26 flight.
India Foxtrot 29, if take off your discretion, monitor Unicom 122 decimal.
Click together and pull the
Oh yeah.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
Oh, no, it's a Dreamliner.
Inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails,
ET924 Lima, roger, opposition.
blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting.
That's all done. We're just waiting for that safety demonstration to finish.
1027 requesting position start. Your tray tables must now be stowed.
135, roger.
Dan, perfect.
And seatbelts back. Position 135.
V1 136 today. We're really heavy actually. We're at 71.5 tons.
Holding Mike 1 ready for departure.
33 big Mike. Thank you, monitor Unicom 122 decimal. Have a good.
Hold short Juliet. So we're holding here at Papa 1 basically.
Speed at 33 Victor Mike, thanks for the service, bye.
Gatwick ground, speedbird 490, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 490.
Because Juliet comes here, it then is a bit of an S, and then this is Juliet here. Oh, look at that, it's busy.
Hold Mike 1.
Air Transat,
Speedbird 490.
one inbound as well. That. They obviously heard Wesley was flying today, so the fire service have scrambled.
56 Charlie Mike, continue taxi via Papa Alpha November, holding wing Alpha 3.
Continue taxi Papa Alpha November, hold Alpha 3, easy 56 Charlie Mike. Give way to these guys.
75 Lima Echo, do you have a clearance yet? 75 Lima Echo, thanks for your patience, just to prioritise traffic on the ground, so just confirm your stand location. 106.
Weird.
75 Lima Echo, thanks. You clear to Palmer, Ogden 1X8 departure, squawk 3420.
My brakes had stuck.
Palmer, Ogden 1X8 departure, squawk 3420.
There's some unnecessary fuel wastage right there.
EZ75 Lima Echo, read back.
So hold Alpha 3.
9 and monitor Unicom 122, display, have a nice flight.
Can we...
Unicom 1228, bye bye, cheers, service.
Transat 589, stand 28, push start approved, face east.
Face east, Transat 58.
So Alpha November's this one.
195, ready for taxi.
195, taxi via Papa, hold short Juliet.
Oh, this is really busy.
Papa, hold
I'd love
short
to
Juliet.
control, obviously you guys know I'm a VATSIM controller. I would love to control at Gatwick.
76 Delta Alpha.
The problem is, they don't let you without jumping through loads of hoops. About 3 and a bit hours airborne, Daniel.
Round 196, we good?
Easy 496. Easy 496, thank you sir. Yes, squawk 6343. And you
What we got here? There we go, look at that. Busy, busy.
Kilo via the MIMFO 1 Mike departure.
Mr. Flight Simulator, you need to make sure you got the very latest version of the FlyByWire A32NX. You want the dev branch. If you got it from the marketplace,
496, thank you. Just confirm your stand location.
delete it, uninstall it, and then you want to go to flybywiresim.com.
496, thank you, sir. Inbound number 2 for question.
And then you want to basically download the dev version and use that only.
Good day, requesting IFR clearance to Frankfurt.
Delta 3941, go ground, hello, no flight plan to see, break. Speedbird. Correction, EV56 Charlie Mike, no further ATC, Monitor Unit 122.8.
122.8 for easy56 Charlie Mike, thanks for the ATC, right?
What an air, 9 of...
Hawaiian Air. Super exotic. There we go, we've got a couple of Speedbirds ahead. Yeah, are you using their latest dev branch, Mr. Flight Simulator? Aviation simulation, yes. Yeah, little did these passengers know how bad my last landing at Mykonos was, and we actually had 2 or 3 crash at the same time. Gatwick traffic, easy56 Charlie Mike, holding at Alpha 1 in sequence.
Traffic fine for runway 26 left, Golf Channel.
Look how busy Gatwick is.
Go traffic speed at 336 to Mike Airborne, passing 1,000 feet.
Wow.
Speedbird 490 to the Boeing holding at Alpha 2.
Sky, awesome.
Where are you going?
Got traffic speed 269 behind the landing, aircraft going to line up 26.
What landing aircraft? SDF on the UPS 748 on the remote stand at Gatwick, Sky Edits. Let's see if we can spot you
Gatwick traffic.
without causing a crash to desktop.
Lining up 26 left.
Nervously zoom. Oh, there he is. There's Sky Edits.
Yes, traffic full stop running for runway 26 left, Golf Channel.
Should have factored this into my fuel burn calculations. Tower just came online. Oh. I can't see tower. E-line pilot, nice. You flying along to Mykonos as well?
Yep, traffic, Speedbird 490. Take out.
Tower's online, but he's not showing online here yet, so he's partially connected.
Line 59 with y'all at Alpha 2.
Tower's not showing on the vPilot client yet either. What's this aeroplane? Benny, this is freeware. This is freeware, what the? What's that? Someone's just taken off over us. Daniel, awesome.
Gatwick traffic, Hawaiian 905 heavy, anyone nice enough for me, cut in line.
From easy56 Charlie Mike, I'm just in front of you on your nose, but feel free, go ahead if you got space.
Brilliant, thank you, which was pretty close to our return gate, thanks.
Tower 1242 to 225 is not online yet. No, level of details of those is shocking, aren't they? Yeah, there's nothing on VPilot for tower. I've got it open, just watching though, just in case.
Traffic 269, departing 26 plus.
Air Transat.
Traffic down for runway 26 left, Golf Charlie Alpha. Gatwick traffic, Hawaiian 905, heavy lining up runway 26 left.
Gatwick traffic, speedbird 49004, passing 2500.
It's on flightsim.to, Benny, so you just got to Google for that and it'll show up. Oh, look at those wings. E. Peterson, welcome. Only H, it's not available yet, but it is coming soon.
Okay, the 920 lining up.
Gatwick traffic, Hawaiian 905, heavy departing runway 26 left on the bottom of 183.
Gatwick traffic, easy 56 Charlie Mike, Vite Alpha 1 is lining up and waiting at 26 left, Gatwick traffic. Hey. David, it's bizarre, isn't it? Oh. Now they're online. Gatwick Tower, hello, easy 56 Charlie Mike at Alpha 1, ready to go.
Gatwick Tower, good afternoon, easy 76 Delta Alpha holding Alpha 1.
Easy 76 Delta Alpha, Gatwick Tower, hello, hold Alpha 1, your number 2.
Holding Alpha 1, number 2, easy 76 Delta Alpha.
Gatwick Tower, hello, easy 56 Charlie Mike, ready to go, Alpha 1.
Easy 56 Charlie Mike, Gatwick Tower, hello, via Alpha, surface wind at 220 degrees, 6 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, easy 56 Charlie Mike.
Gatwick Tower, hello, Air Transat 589, holding point Mike 1.
Neil, hi.
Air Transat 589.
Sadly, Benny, no fix yet for
Hold Mike 1, Air Transat 589.
for the CRJ. Right, I think we are ready.
Golf Charlie Alpha, November, Gatwick Tower, hello, go around, say again, go around, acknowledge.
Going around Golf Charlie Alpha 1.
Golf Charlie Alpha, November, turn left base now.
Turning left base, Golf Charlie Alpha.
Please don't abort me.
Charlie Alpha, November, apologies, left crosswind, not base.
Left Golf Charlie. Gatwick Tower, Hawaiian 905, heavy climbing through 4.5.
Hawaiian at 905, Gatwick Tower, hello, nothing further for you, monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
122 decimal 8, have a good day, Mohammed.
Have a good day, easy 496 please.
E1. Rotate.
Easy 496, Gatwick Tower, hello.
That's it, right, go up.
Hold Mike 1, number 3.
Holding Mike 1, number 65.
Golf Charlie Alpha, November, I've got 3 departures to get out, so enter right-hand orbit at the end of the left downwind leg until advised.
That VFR aircraft is going to be pretty much told to orbit the entire way until all the IFR traffic is gone.
ET76 Delta Alpha via Alpha line up runway 26 left.
5-6 Charlie Mike, traffic information is a light fixed-wing aircraft, left crosswind, runway 26 left. There's nothing further for you, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
On the lookout, and Unicom 122.8 for Easy 5-6 Charlie Mike. Thanks to the ATC, have a good day.
Cheers, take care.
Can't see him. Either can the passengers. There's our shadow.
Airtrans at 589.
Right, so what I've done here...
Delay due wake separation behind the departing EasyJet A32NX via Mike.
You know what, actually, I'll show you guys. What I've done is I've flown away from that.
Great content, really enjoy your streams.
A mandatory overfly, but the overfly doesn't work yet. So I've created it myself, so we've overflown. And now we're watching the aeroplane go back to that flight track. Richard, thanks very much for the tip. Great content, really enjoy your streams. Always really nice to hear. Thank you for supporting the stream with your donation. Really kind of you. Past the S, up we go, and you can see here the constraints now. We have to be at or above 4,000. So this is the flight plan manager working in really nicely here. And you can see, even though we've got 6,000 set managed with the VNAV, we are leveling off at 4,000 until we commit past that constraint, which allows us to go faster. We're also on the speed constraint of 220 knots here, which you can see. And look how it's navigated back to that line really nicely there. See what happens in a second. There we go, so altitude constraint on the PFD, and then we're going Detling 31, it's turning us left of the track, and we're 0.15 nautical miles left of track. It's getting us real nice and tight back to that line. But it's dealt with the altitude constraint and the speed constraint and the fact that I've flown over that first waypoint manually. There we go. Really well. So this is going to be in the development branch very soon. There we go. So the next constraint is 250 knots, but still restricted to 4,000 feet. And you can see the next one is at Acorn. We have to be level at 5,000 at Acorn. So away we go. What I can do is go, you know what, let's go all the way up to 18,000. It's not doing anything, look. Really good. And it's given us a purple indicator for the altitude because of it being a constraint, as with speed. So next one. We've selected 18,000 but managed, and you can see there it's saying no, you're not allowed above 5,000. And you can see here we're on 10 nautical miles, and look how tight that is to that line there. Yeah, it also works on descent, I think. I've only tried it once, so I'm going to try it again today and see what happens with the descent. But the constraints have been around for a little while, but this has sort of unleashed the power of it. So here we go, a nice 1,000 foot per minute climb up to Acorn at 5,000. Yuri Trump, if ATC gives us another altitude, how do you override that 4,000? That is an awesome question. All we do is we go out of managed and we click down. And then what that will do is it will interrupt the constraint and it will put us in open climb mode instead. So in Creta, this is a preview test build that is coming soon to the latest development branch. So keep an eye on the FlyByWire Twitter page, because that obviously will be announced via them directly. You'll know when it's out then, and also on their Discord server. You'll find out instantly then when it's released. Does the ET clock work? I think so, yeah. I tend not to use that those sort of little bits there, just because of the sim being as it is after sim update 5. There we go, 5,000. I can interrupt it by pressing down like that, and it will then allow me to climb further up. But I wanted to show you guys that. So let's continue climb now and ignore the constraints. 18,000, open climb. So it's changed the mode. It's got rid of the constraint target, and up we go. For the turn, for those of you who saw my video yesterday, you can see it live in action now. Flight director goes, and it's now chasing with the aeroplane, and you can see how tight it's hugging the line. That arc there is 5 nautical miles. We're on a 10-mile mode range still, so really deep. And it's locked us onto that nav line really accurately. There we go. We can do direct twos as well. That all works really well now, and it doesn't even clear the flight plan anymore. And you can see that the general layout here, it shows us above the waypoints all the airways and things that we're going to be on. And we've got 2,000 nautical miles to go. We can turn off the Detling VOR now, and we can turn off the chrono. We're not on Toga anymore. We're going to continue climb, so we can put both of those onto standard pressure. Gil, yeah, you can ignore them. If you're on Unicom, you can just bust through the constraints if you wish to, but if you want to fly accurately, as per the charts, then you can also fly with the constraints too. Quite often you guys will see me maybe do the first 1 or 2 constraints, and then I'll continue climb above once I've had time to sort of see who might be flying around. So we're going to bust through 10,000. And there we go. XYZ. The USR waypoints are gone. David, it really does work well, but it dumped my plan on approach in a flight last night. That's not good. I don't know why it's done that. Just going to restart the overlay because I've noticed the ETA is flashing around like mad. That looks a bit better. Oh, beeline pilot. That's not good. It might be worth trying maybe from Paris. We're flying directly over Paris on the way, of course. David, yeah, this is the FlyByWire A320. While we climb out, I'll show you the departure routing that we just did, so you can see how accurately it's flown that. Really tight turn. 2.3 DME, beyond that is the permissible turn. And then you can see there constraints not above 4,000 feet with the max 220 and the max 250 there. Did those perfectly. Acorn, it did it perfectly there as well, and it would have done MIMFO as well, of course, but then we interrupted the constraint and asked it to continue climbing up. You just reminded me, actually, or I've reminded myself, need to continue climb. Go. Look at that. Do like the wing views. So that's the MIMFO 1 mic departure, and this is a real world route, so it's a bit weird. It's got a bit of a dog leg, which is this strange little turn here. So we've departed on our departure routing there, heading over to Dover, across the channel, and then we're heading down towards Paris, and then at a beam Paris we're then going to head over towards Austria, and then down the Balkans, like so. Then we're going to go over Thessaloniki Airport, we're going to head east of Skiathos, descending down over the Mediterranean into Mykonos. Look at that detail of that city down below. Look at that. It's not downloadable just yet. It's going to be in the dev versions. It's still got a lot to be done with it, so it's early work in progress. It's a basic custom flight plan manager at the moment. It doesn't do holds yet, so there's quite a few features that are going to be coming in the near future, like holds, that it's then going to be able to do. Sankrita, why does it say A32N on the aircraft in the stream? That is the aircraft type code for the Airbus A320neo. Actually, yeah, straight back up to 35 frames per second now, thankfully. Oh, Beeline pilot, yep. Brussels, sounds good. Spitfire RAF, hi. You need to make sure all of your liveries are updated post sim update 5, otherwise they tend to not work properly with the sim. So this is the latest load of the wing easyJet A320neo livery, which you guys can see here in this exterior view once I've sorted the drone camera out. This is actually the livery that is in flight today for this particular flight, the exact route. There's Dover coming up down below us. Jonathan, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator live weather. This is the in-sim live weather that's built in. There's Dover. Thomas, welcome on board. Look at that. Little shot of Dover down below. Dabney, how do you reload deliveries? So I go to flightsim.to, and for this one I just typed in easyJet, and I found the two that I'd already downloaded, and you can spot them because what it does is it gives you an orange tick which says that you've got to then update it, and then it will give you a green tick afterwards. Delete the old one once you've downloaded the new version, delete it completely, and then put the new one in fresh. So try not to overwrite files in the sim, because the sim doesn't really like that. Thomas has probably been asked before, but I've only just joined and noticed you had altitudes and speeds on the FMC and ARC. How does one achieve that magic? That's a good question, and welcome to the channel. All you need to do is tick that constraints button there, and it will then give you constraints. Naturally, with these here, there aren't any constraints for these waypoints. That's interesting. When you see stuff like that, usually there's a discontinuity. It's probably nearer to Mykonos. Last time I flew out of Gatwick without a crash to desktop, I got as far as Paris. There it is. I got as far as Paris, and then it then it crashed to desktop. So I'd got all the way to basically LESDO, this waypoint here, 100 miles away, and then it crashed. So I was not happy with the Gatwick scenery for that. So that discontinuity there, that'll clear when we get closer and we actually put the arrival routing in. But actually, we could probably do that now, because you can only approach with the VORs for runway 34. The other runway is a circle to land, a manually flown circle to land. So we're going to go in for LETSO. I think, no we're not, we're going in via vectors, I think, isn't it? Was it PELOG? MEDUX. So let's have a little look, see if I can find that on the charts. Alright, yeah, so that's coming in round and south of the airfield, so MEDUX. Ah, gotcha. There we go. So we want the VOR Yankee runway 34. I forget which one I filed for. Which is the easiest looking? PELOG 1 Alpha. Via Akina, I think. Good grief, I can't remember. LETSO. Antonio, welcome. ETRUD's not even an option. SOPO's not an option. Where's SNI? At the minute, just clicking around. MEDUX. Oh, okay, so it wants us to come in via. Let's click a Caro. Technically, it should be Astis actually, so we'll tick Astis. Or unless LETSO was a option. Yeah, we'll stick with Astis. There we go. Cool. Well, that will sort itself out soon. Happy days. Climbing away quite nicely. PEDUX 1 Hotel via Dixos. Thank you very much, Doctor on board. So again, before, this would just completely bug everything out. We can just go in and just change it again. There we go. What was it? PEDUX 1 Hotel. Straight approach via Dixos. That's not an option, that's the only problem. You know what the sim is like, we have to choose one. Star. Yeah, no, it's more outbound. So the Kia Rapos. We'll stick with, I think it was Astis, wasn't it? I'll stick with Astis, and then we'll be on vectors anyway by that point. Easy peasy. So we've got a 69 knot crosswind, and there's a bit of an idea of how good this LNAV is. Let's zoom right into 10 nautical miles, and look at, we're right on the line. Let's have a little look at this live chat, then catch up. Jonathan, I've heard the temps with live weather were wild since Sim Update 5. They used to be really bad actually, and the advice at the time was don't use VATSIM because you could have had 5,000-6,000 feet difference. Did Asobo fix it though? Yeah, it certainly looks like it. Our ISA is only +4, so that's pretty good. That's very accurate. Yeah, Sankrito, as you're asking there, the code for A220, as Ashley's pointing out, is BCS1. Bizarrely, because it was a Bombardier C-Series jet. Dabney was asking if I recommend getting Navigraph charts, or is MSFS 2020 the way it is? It depends what you want really out of the sim. I would probably suggest getting Navigraph if you were sort of more of a sort of serious simmer, if you like, in the sense that if you wanted the very latest AIRAC for your flights on VATSIM or IVAO or anything like that, then you need Navigraph subscription really in order to be able to have all of the up-to-date latest nav data for things like SimBrief. I really like Navigraph, and personally, about a year ago actually, when the sim came out, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to get Navigraph, I'm going to use chartfox.org instead. But then when it came to flight planning with the accurate, up-to-date waypoints, I was finding it was taking me around about an hour or so just to plan the route, because I was having to get the initial route using SimBrief with the out-of-date AirAC. Then I had to go on to SkyVector, and within SkyVector I then had to build the new route with all of the valid waypoints. So it took a long time basically, and even then usually I would end up with a reroute from a VATSIM controller too. So Navigraph does certainly make it a lot easier. They've got really good tools, and in the sim itself you can now also get Navigraph charts here in the drop down as part of your subscription. Personally, out of what they offer, I've got the Ultimate pack, so I get the nav data, the charts, the nav data inside the CRJs and add-on aircraft as well, and it allows me to update the SimBrief AirAC to the very latest one every month. So really good, and I pay for that 1 year up front every year because it works out a bit cheaper than paying monthly. Mark Bagnall's asking, do I have any advice on the best settings for the sim and possibly NVIDIA since the latest hotfix? Have you seen my tutorial on how to lock your frames per second that I put on about a week ago? If not, let me know, I'll get you the link. What I've done is I've locked my frames at 35, so at times like this my frames per second could get up to 70-80 frames, but we don't need 70-80 frames per second, and all it does is it just keeps everything maxed out all the time. So by limiting it at 35, I'm sort of giving that sim a little bit more frames per second stability and sort of helping out my GPU, if you like. A really good tip from Ashley that I mentioned about a month or so ago, 2 months ago. Even into Jaguar, hello. Jeff, with the updated FPS, will it automatically update with the new AirAC cycles? Yeah, it will do actually. So the sim itself updates all the time anyway. Adrian, can I fly a night flight in the US? Yeah, I probably will do over the next few weeks actually. Tooltips, Lee, sadly, are one of the things that have been broken in Sim Update 5. So all I can hear is the click of the radio mic telling me that there's a message, but I can't actually see any, frustratingly. Lufthansa pilots at ETE, you got an ETA on the top of your screen, 1520 Zulu, so a couple of hours. Wesley's just taken off, he's going straight to Dover for his little shortcut there. Ethan's asking for some flight suggestions, short haul or long haul? And what sort of aircraft? Doctor on board, I could do one without the star, but I don't know how well that would work with this. We could give it a go. Tooltips is a setting in MSFS under AIDS. Tooltips or the actual... And that's what the text message things are. Question is, will I break the sim by clicking through to it into the menu? Ethan wants flight suggestions for the short haul A320. If you want a couple of hours, well, it depends what scenery you've got really. If you've got the Mako simulation scenery, then something like Manchester to Bergen would be really nice. Dabney, am I limiting my frames per second to 35 through NVIDIA control panel? Yep, I am indeed, yeah. I showed that about a week ago on a tutorial, sort of showing you how to limit your frames per second. Apparently it's a very similar process for those of you with AMD graphics sets as well. Alright, awesome. So let's see, go to assistance and turn on software tooltips. You know what I did forget? Every time. Volanta. Let me just quickly boot Volanta up. Happy days. There we go. Who have we got behind us? Nobody. Right, let's quickly do this then. Let me show you this turn actually. Let's zoom right in. As you can see, we've drifted 0.05 left of track with the 66 knot crosswind that we're turning into. As we pass LESDO, there we go. It's giving us that quick countdown. It's gone white because we've passed it, and away we go. Little correction. So we've gone ever so slightly to the left of track. The aeroplane's correcting for that. So precise. Aviation simulation group flight is in 2 days, 12th. Really looking forward to that. Right, let's try and sort this out. So, what is it? Assistance. Ah. Legends. There we go. We're going to get hundreds now. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Thanks, guys. It's nice to have those back, isn't it? Where we go? Well over France. Wesley, you might catch us anyway. We've got 2-3 hours, and you're in an A350, so you're going to be blazing away behind us, catching up, filling that gap. Not sure how Beeline Pilot and that getting on at Brussels. Doctor on board's posted something in Discord. Is it the X-Plane A300 flash sale, by any chance? Wesley's already zooming along. Welcome on board, the noob INRFS. Welcome to you. Oh, right. So that was the, I think, the original route that I was looking at before. LETSO 1 Alpha, I think, isn't it? We'll do the LETSO 1 Alpha arrival because that sort of fits in quite nicely with the route, doesn't it? And we can remove PIDAX then. So we'll change this again. Poor aeroplane. LETSO 1 Alpha. Don't want any of those. Icaro. That'll do. And then we can go to plan mode and we can go and take a look at it as we get further along. Ah, bubbly. Wouldn't mind a glass of that. Oh, without start. The problem is MSFS at the moment, I don't think it likes you not inputting without stars, if that makes sense. MEDUX? What? going on here? That looks weird. MEDUX, KOGAT, GORAV. We don't want GORAV. And we get continuity gone. We don't want LETSO either. Oh god, that's messy. There we go, that looks better, look. Thankfully we've got the custom flight plan manager, so down we go. God, that looks messy as well. It's kicking off my OCD. Oh my good grief. Right. What have we got? Isopo, ETRUD. Let's get rid of MEDUX. Let's get rid of the discontinuity. Let's get rid of LETSO. LETSO keeps popping up everywhere, doesn't it? Oh, actually, I think it probably wanted ETSO there, didn't it? Yeah, it probably did. Oh god. We are abusing this. Let's click no star. And we'll just see what happens with no star, shall we? We are really tempting this. Gonna have a phone call from Bill Gates in a minute. Okay, what's the chance of this being messy? We've cleared that messiness there, that's good. Thessaloniki, Isopo, ETRUD, discontinuity, Icaro, LETSO. Oh, look at that, that'll do. There we go, perfect. Come fly with me simulations, hello. It looks like somebody's got one of those Etch-a-Sketches and they've been asked to draw the star via an Etch-a-Sketch. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? And then from LETSO we're going to self-vector. Can fly with me. Is that with VATSIM or something else? Back to this. So now we've cleared the discontinuity. We should have got rid of that double yellow line that we saw a minute ago. It looks like we have, so that's good. It looked like a star on top of a star on top of a star, didn't it? But thankfully we've got the custom flight plan manager, so you guys can see now we've abused it. We've done about 3 or 4 different arrival routes. We've tweaked, amended it and all that, and we've just put in no star, and actually the no star works for once. And we've cleared discontinuities and all sorts of stuff, so really good. Default ATC, really not sure about that, sadly. I don't use it. I only use VATSIM, so I'm not too sure. Hopefully somebody in the live chat might be able to help you. Chris, no runway marking on the nav display. Ah. Was there not? To be honest, I wasn't looking because I was... There you go. So you can just about see the runway there. Not sure why LESDO's there though. Again at the top. Oh, actually LESDO's where we've just departed, isn't it? We've just passed LESDO. There we go. There's another little demonstration. It's taking the left turn. Just over 15 degrees roll. Oh yeah, the sim works wonderfully now. Look at that. And you can see as well we've put in the VOR 34 Yankee at the top, well in advance of actually flying the arrival, but we've put it in, and you can see that the aeroplane's telling us that's what we can expect at the top there too, which is all good. Birdman, yeah, Hotfix 2 is out a couple of days ago actually, in fact, so we can enjoy the sim again. Lee, thanks, yeah. A couple of the guys jumped in just as you were digging out the answer, I think, and they've solved it for us. We've got tooltips again now, so thanks very much. I didn't even know that. I thought I'd read that it was broken, but I'd not read that there was a fix for it, so that's great to know. Thanks, guys. Wojtek, is this version available as dev branch? Not just yet, no. It will be soon, and then you guys will be able to see that what I'm doing so far live has actually been quite stable. We've had very little issue, touch wood. Naturally, like I showed yesterday in the video that went live, it is a work in progress, so there are things that need to be tweaked, fixed, improved, and that will come soon. What they want to do at the moment is to push out the LNAV and the custom flight plan manager branch, which is what we're using today, just to fix all the flight plan issues that people are getting, and then build upon that, so improve the VNAV, improve the way the flight plan writes things as well, so really good. Can't wait for the Fenix A320 can fly with me sim. Yeah, I'm the same. Really looking forward to that one actually. It's going to be stunning to fly. Jim in Texas, hi. Am I using the experimental version? No. That's been locked off now for about 3 months, with nothing really going on with that. What you want to do is download the latest development branch, and at some point over the next week or two, this custom fly-by-wire version, the custom flight plan manager version, sorry, will end up in the dev branch, and you'll know it's gone in there because it will be all over Twitter, the fly-by-wire Twitter and the fly-by-wire Discord server. It will be announced, I would imagine. It will go into the development version. Christopher, does this version have VNAV? No, VNAV's currently being worked upon actually, so what they're hoping to do is have the VNAV working in some sense within this flight plan manager before it goes into the development version. So a lot of work going on with it. There's 5 or 6 of the key developers within Fly-by-Wire working on adding all those features, so hopefully it's going to be fixed soon. So happy to have tooltips back. Those of you who are confident on VATSIM and you might want to fly along, we've got a group flight on the 12th, so in 2 days from now we're going to be flying from Heathrow to Madrid. I'm going to be unveiling the brand new Osprey World cargo livery that we've got for the channel for those 747 cargo ops, and we'll be looking at the latest development versions and updates from the Salty Simulations team, something a little bit different. So really looking forward to that. They've made some great progress now as well. We can do automated holds and all sorts of cool stuff. Cryptic Gaming, welcome on board. DC Mole, no, there isn't sadly. The only thing you've got is the GitHub branch, so you can view the changelog within the development version via GitHub. Jason, hi. Couple of hours we'll be going for. Nice long one today with a really tricky approach when we get there as well. Look at that down below. That's awesome. ETA is at the top of your screen at 15:22 Zulu. So that's Zulu. I think Greece is 2 hours ahead, I believe, isn't it? So a couple of hours ahead. Did spend a bit longer on the ground than I realised. Cryptic was departing at the same time as us, but heading to CHQ. Nice. Don't forget to give us a like while you're here, guys, and if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do, and then you can come and join us in the in the live chat. David A. Awesome. It's your 6-month membership anniversary today. David A's been a member of the channel for 6 months, so thanks for your 6 months of support. Flappy Boy's asking how many frames have I got at the moment. It's locked at 35, and I'm getting 35 quite nicely here. Max wants a Sobo to fix the weather, so it's correct. His weather's been part of the flight sim. It seems pretty fixed to me now, I've got to say. We're at cruise now, so let's have a look at the ISA as we fly this sharp left turn. +5. That's pretty fixed. Niels, welcome on board. Ashley saying that they announced the airports at the time when they mentioned the region with LOK, EDHL and LSZR. Awesome. That was quite a sharp turn, look, and you can see we've ever so slightly drifted from the line because it doesn't want to give us a 30-degree bank angle. So it is taking us back to that line. We've got as far as 0.3 nautical miles right of track, and you can see how the flight director is commanding the aircraft. It's great to watch. Now we've got a 60-knot tailwind pushing us along, which is good. So our ground speed shot up to 510. Look at that, straight back dead centre on the line. Good commentator, hello, welcome. Hope you're okay. You've tuned in on the right day then, because we are showing a lot off. So we did a members only stream yesterday, and our bronze, silver and gold frequent flyers were watching and got a bit of a sneak preview of what to expect for today's stream. Really exciting, and I think everybody had some really good feedback for that, so nice to be able to reveal it to you guys, all of you watching at home live, so you can see what to look forward to. KNS asking, how come the engines look swollen at the bottom? It's just the design of the Leap 1A. This bit here is a bit of a bulge, but it goes all the way around the engine itself. Slively, hello, hope you're well. Cryptic's on P3D, is on Volanta, not far behind me if we look on Volanta. Let's have a little look-see. Where am I? That's the question. I can see UC, so just behind me. Who have we got ahead of us? Oh, we've got David A, Speedbird 490. Cryptic, what's your call sign? Are you easy7159? We've got 3 of us heading down. We've got we got Wesley blasting past Paris at the moment. And we got Beeline 496. I think that's Beeline pilot. Heading down to. Oh, there you go, Christopher. Perfect. The hump on the engines are the auxiliary gearbox. Didn't know that. I know a lot of it is to prevent uncontained failures. So when you go on YouTube and you type in like engine tests for like Leap 1A, they will throw a load of stuff in it and make the fan blades basically rupture and disconnect from each other at high speed. And they test to make sure that the actual covers of the engine protect the passengers inside and protect the fuel lines and things. Richard, hi, on some streams I've noticed on the A320 on the performance screen for flaps you put 1/DN, etc. What does this mean? That's a really good question. I thought I saw that on then, but it wasn't. So, I can't show you the page because we've departed now, so it only gives us cruise and beyond. But You'll remember at the beginning we had 1/DN 0.3. What that's doing is it's telling us that we're going to have flaps 1 for departure, but also we're going to set this here, which is the THS, the trimmable horizontal stabilizer. There you go, Wesley. We set that to 0.3 down, so what it does, it just puts the nose down ever so slightly, because the A320neo has actually got a tendency, kind of like the 737 MAX, to pitch up because of the way the engines are mounted. So you put a little bit of forward trim just to keep that nose down a little bit for your takeoff performance. There we've got VEKEN radar coming up as well once we pass just beyond Munich. Lupin Pelos. Pretty sure that should be PELOG. Probably is PELOG, isn't it? But basically where PELOG is, I'm going to check that now. PELOG. Phew. Where PELOG is, we'll tune to VEKEN radar. And they are on 1326. On Thursday's stream for the group flight, I've got the Latin VFR Madrid scenery. Really looking forward to that. Daniel's asking, where are we now? We are just about to pass Strasbourg, actually. So we're just heading into sort of German airspace at the moment. Strasbourg's just down below us. James Butler, welcome on board. Strasbourg is actually down here somewhere, just below all this cloud, high-level cloud. We probably won't see it, sadly. Ah, Maciek, your sim's crashed. That's not good. Where were you flying to? For those of you who might want to get started on VATSIM as well, the other day I put on a VATSIM top 10 tips from myself really, to help people get started on the VATSIM network. So check that out if you want to get started on the network. It's free to use. The video, of course, you can watch that as many times as you want, and you can also download a load of free PDFs that I've created, which is really good, really helpful. Apparently a lot of people have found them very useful, and in addition to that, in the next couple of weeks on the VATSIM network they are doing a First Wings event, which is one of the tips that I mentioned actually on the video that I was just speaking about. And the First Wings event, for those of you who don't know, it's basically a load of controllers that are fully aware that you might be brand new to VATSIM and nervous. So kind of like when I do our controller days, where we sort of help everybody along, that's what these First Wings events are like. So you can connect as a new pilot on VATSIM, you can give voice a go, so without any worry about making mistakes, so the controllers are there to help you. So they're really good for those of you who want to get started on VATSIM to join the First Wings events. They've just announced one on their Twitter actually as well, so if you go on to @VATSIM on Twitter, you'll be able to find that First Wings event. I think it's in Europe somewhere. Croatia perhaps? Source for hire. Turbulence is crazy above Switzerland right now. Birdman, struggling to get wing views, get into the seat position to save the view. Have you tried downloading my preset custom views that I use on stream? I packaged them all up and put them on flightsim.to for people to just sort of have a go at. Kevin, good morning to you. Q, your Microsoft Flight Simulator crashes to desktop on loading the sim up. So that is going to be mod problems. So take everything out of your community folder. If you've got the fly-by-wire from the marketplace as well, try and delete that. I think it lives in official. So if you've got the marketplace edition fly-by-wire, that doesn't work anymore, so get rid of that. And then you need to update everything really. So one of the little rules that I've got for myself when I update the sim is I will clear everything out of my community folder, and I will then add a couple of things in at a time to see if they're stable or not. And usually the first thing I'll do before actually booting the sim up is I'll go hunting on flightsim.to to see if any of them have got updates out for them or not. Beeline pilot, yeah, the clouds are on ultra actually today. I think they're on. I'm pretty sure they're on ultra. Birdman, yeah, if you're struggling to sort of move the camera around, then check out the tutorial that I made on the channel. I can fetch the link if it helps as well, and then you can just quite simply follow that step by step to set your own custom views. But failing that, have a little look on flightsim.to. You can type in British AvGeek and my custom views package will appear. I'm looking at organising another controller session over the next couple of weeks, so people will be able to connect to the VATSIM network and join us for a controller session live. And I'm thinking of doing the new Edinburgh by Pyreek Devco. So I might be setting up a tower view there, and we'll do that for a couple of hours with a couple of guys that we know that have helped control in the past as tower and delivery and things. Is that a mountain? Look at that in the distance. Is that the Alps, perhaps? That's got to be the Alps, surely. Yeah, Switzerland's down below us now. We've got Zurich on the right-hand side, so round about down here somewhere we've got Zurich Airport. It could be that actually there that we're just about to see. They look fantastic from a distance. Clouds look so milky, actually. It's probably a good way to describe it, like Beeline Pilot was saying. They look quite milky and smooth. Thomas, no problem at all. Hope to see you in 2 days for the live stream. Got a really nice little group flight coming up there with, as a few other people have said, with the Latin VFR Madrid scenery that we're going to be checking out. That includes the whole city as well, so we'll be flying in with a view of a handmade Madrid city in addition to the airport. Here comes that little bit of turbulence. Mount Origi. I've only ever been to Davos. I'd love to fly into Innsbruck, and I've actually spent the last couple of days trying to talk the missus into going to Mykonos. She doesn't like flying, so I've not told her I've not told her about the approach into Mykonos, but I kind of want to give it a go in real life. Sort of see how hairy it actually is. Yeah, this is a stunning sim, Birdman, as you're saying. Yeah, it's got its critics, understandably. A lot of people don't like it. People have spent a lot of money on X-Plane, but for me, I'm all about Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's only a year old at the moment, but it's progressed really well over that year, even with the problems that we've had like Sim Update 5. A couple of aircraft that were promised, like the Quality Wings 787, we're still waiting on those, sadly, but we've got a really exciting year ahead for the sim, with the likes of the PMDG 737, the 747 line, and 777 packs as well, and a few others. Hopefully the Quality Wings 787 makes an appearance as well, but they've been radio silent since November last year. And of course we're soon to have the CRJ 900 expansion, which has been delayed a couple of months thanks to the sim update. Look at that down there. That's insane. Hopefully you guys can see this nice and clearly on your stream. Stunning. And we've got loads of thick cloud on that side. Michael, hi. Downloaded all I need for VATSIM, but what's the best way to start flying on the network? That's a great question. Probably what I'd recommend is having a little look at my top 10 tips. If you've not watched that already, I'll put the link in the live chat. There you go, so check that out some other time. And basically, that's one thing that I hope they need to fix. Every time you turn, it tilts the drone camera, so when you go back to it, you've got some random, like, 180-degree view. But like Aviation Simulation is saying, start small. You might be tempted by things like a big event like Midweek Madness or something like that, but that is a lot for somebody that's new to the network to take in. So my recommendations there would be to start small, like Edinburgh, or yeah, Edinburgh to Bergen, for example. But the top 10 tips, hopefully that will help you. And inside the description of that video too, are a load of links to some PDF documents that you can download and make use of as you wish, that I've created to try and help. But failing that as well, if you wanted some actual video tutorials, then head to my VATSIM tutorial playlist on the channel, and I've got loads of random videos on how to get your clearance and things like that to watch through. Bristol Aviation, hello to you, hope you're okay. Be like pilot, what's wrong with my clouds? I think they look great. Shamar, hello. What weather presets are you using right now from SoFlight? None at all. We are on live weather. Live weather, live time in the sim. Jack's YouTube, welcome on board. There we go, bit of live weather for you guys. That's pretty much all I use now, to be fair. Got my model matching thing yesterday, and on vPilot some of them say it's corrupt. Yeah, you will get that, sadly. There's nothing really that we can do about it, frustratingly. just because it's down to the liveries. If the liveries don't work, then the XML can't tell the sim to create them. Elon Pilot, 80 miles behind, but the difference is huge. You should reset next time, put graphics to medium and then back to high end. Oh. If you're on Discord, stick a little picture on Discord to show us what your clouds look like and we can compare. So I can sort of see what you mean then. Diffuse, welcome. Let's fire up Discord on my mobile just to have a little quick check of that. Awesome. UC can see my contrails, which means I might be able to see him. Diffuse, we're on the VATSIM network, so when we connect, basically it feeds in loads of data from all the different users on the same network that are on P3D, MSFS, FSX and X-Plane, all connecting to this one big network together for some sort of realistic flying, if you like, and it produces the traffic around us. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, Mr. Flight Simulator, awesome, there we go, perfect, yeah, so perhaps not using the installer then. Philip, awesome, you're joining us as well. Good grief, you're quite far behind. Very far behind, actually. Wow, we're like a third of the way there. Some slewing. I think you'll be okay for slewing until VEKEN radar 1326, which we can tune to now and listen to. Juan, hello. Do I know when the custom LNAV comes out in the dev branch? I'm not sure actually, to be fair. They're hoping to get it done by the end of the week. So that's really exciting, really promising. Certainly what we've seen so far is working really nicely, as you guys have seen today. And yesterday as well in the little video that I did on the channel for you guys. So hopefully at the very least we'll get some iteration or some sort of version of this in the dev branch fairly soon. When will Portugal get some scenery? We need a good Lisbon, don't we, and a good Faro. Christian, hello to you. Yeah, I do want to use the toolbar, no toolbar mod, to get rid of that little toolbar drop down thing. But I'm kind of curious. I don't want to tempt the sim into crashing with small tweaks like that, so I tend to try and avoid it. It does get annoying though. Clayton's asking how long left. What are we now? Probably about 2.5, 3 hours, I think. Oh, it says 2 hours to go. Pilot Paul, did I miss how to fix tooltips coming back for vPilot? Yeah, so go to accessibility, thanks to a couple of guys here. Go to the menu, accessibility, and then you want to go to the bit that says software tooltips and turn that back on again. Stansted will be good. I think Pilot Plus are creating Stansted, aren't they? Mr. Flight Sim's getting up to 60 frames, nice. See, I've got my frames capped at 35. Birdman's looking forward to this dev release. Yeah, I would be excited for it. It works really nicely. It makes such a difference as well. Knowing as well that the 787 from Heavy Division has had it for a little while. The Salty Sim 747 now has a custom flight plan manager too. It was kind of important for FlyByWire to get this done. no more problems with the flight plan wiping when you click approach mode or anything like that now. So, you know, or even, you know, when before we'd click approach mode and the aeroplane would then turn towards the airport. That's gone as well. That's fixed. So you guys will see as we approach Mykonos, I'll activate approach phase and it will continue on that LNAV line that it should be flying. 1326. VN radar. Let's chat to Seb.
0502 VN, hello, Papa, the information to Paris, MEDUX to Bravo departure, 5,000 feet.
So this is how to get your en route interaction with the controller. We're going to go our call sign, which is easy56 Charlie Mike. We're going to tell him we're at flight level 390 inbound GEDSO, which is the next waypoint. And he will then find us on the map and he will tell us we're identified. He might then give us a direct 2, and then you guys are going to see how smooth the direct 2s are on this.
Altitude 5,000 feet, confirm.
5,000 feet,
Correct, tripod ready.
VN radar, hello, easy56 Charlie Mike, flight level 390 inbound GEDSO.
First, RINTI 7 Hotel Delta, descent flight level 250.
Frederick, hello, welcome.
Sorry, broke the out. Confirm, RINTI 7 Hotel Delta, cleared level 250.
Flight level 250, 7 Hotel Delta.
Correct. easyJet Charlie Mike, the radar contact, cleared direct VEKEN.
Direct VEKEN, easy56 Charlie Mike.
Turkish 1 Juliet Lima, direct
There we go, direct VEKEN.
for kilo transition.
Done. Flight director's moved. There's the shift to VEKEN. And away we go. Instant.
Report your speed.
Speed 0.65.
That.
Indicated.
It's 290.
Direct 2s with a custom flight plan manager.
Keep speed 270 great Turkish 1.
And that because look at the Alps. Use is behind us somewhere. Can't see him though.
Keep it 290, great, 7 Hotel Delta.
Atlantic 280, descent flight level 330.
Descent flight level 330, Leipzig 280.
Oscar Colima Delta Mike, apartment in VNC, you are able for visual approach.
Innsbruck's through the hills, through the mountains. We're not going to see it, I don't think.
RINTI 7 Hotel Delta, descent flight level 170.
Descending 170, 7 Hotel Delta.
It's lovely. I'm going to be getting the Phoenix Sim. Really looking forward to that actually. Where is? There we go. I like that view. All fixed. Let's have a look on Volanta then. Yeah, Christian, that's it. Without the custom LNAV, it'd have deleted the entire thing, and I'd probably be vectoring myself frantically trying to put all the waypoints back in again. so it's really good. Juan, there's nothing yet from Aerosoft, sadly. They've got a fix in testing at the moment with tweaks being made all the time. But Sim Update 5 really hit the CRJ quite badly. Wow, Philip, yeah, you've done well. You're right behind Vieru, UC. Wesley's making good progress as well.
376 Delta Alpha, cleared direct DEGUM.
Direct to DEGUM. 76 Delta Alpha.
Correct, report your mark number.
Mark 78 or 76 Delta Alpha.
Thank you.
Where is Beeline Pilot? I can't see him on...
Radar, hello. Osprey 5563 is inbound flight level 370.
Osprey 5563, VN, hello, radar contact, report mark number. Osprey 5563, radar contact, report mark number.
80.
Where is he?
Osprey 5563.
That's a 63, fly Mach 0.77 or less.
Mach 0.77 or less. Fast right up.
Not sure where he is, where Beeline pilot is. He's asking, will storing all my scenery on my hard drive affect my sim performance? So, how I've got my sim installed at the moment, I've got Windows and Microsoft Flight Simulator both placed on the C drive, which is an NVMe M2 SSD, 1TB card thing. And I've then got all of my add-ons on the D drive, which is a 1TB SSD D drive, and I do the add-on linker, and it works really well. Some of the things like aircraft, FlyByWire A32NX, the CRJ, everything, that all gets installed directly into my C drive because I don't want too much of a link. I want it to be directly on the sim, if that makes sense. Same with Unreal Weather. Unreal Weather, I've got that as a backup just in case MSFS live weather bugs out.
Descending 10,000 QNH 100. Correction, descending 10,000 QNH 100.
Alps down below.
Correct, and reduce speed to 50.
Reducing speed to 250, that's Turkish 1 Juliet.
There we go. That actually looks pretty good. They used to be quite smooth, didn't they? Now you can actually see sort of the ridges and the points on the mountains.
Request descent, we plan to be at 95,000 and decelerated at Rattenberg. I can offer you descent in about 2.5 nautical miles to MAV.
Roger, in 2.5 miles, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Mike.
We're literally over Innsbruck now, actually, so Innsbruck is...
Like to get to 80, speed 290.
Ah, there it is.
290, like to get to 80.
Innsbruck is there. You know what I've got to do? Bit of turbulence.
Turkish 9 Oscar Kilo, descent flight level 120.
Yeah, it's the speed tape issue is a bit of a pain, isn't it? We're starting to get thrown around over the Alps now.
Okay, Lima Delta Mike, descent 10,000 feet, QNH 1018.
10,000 feet, can you repeat to the QNH please?
QNH 1018.
1018, Oscar Delta Mike.
Look at that down below, that's Innsbruck, that's stunning. Ooh. Holy moly.
Turkish 9 Oscar Kilo, descent 10,000 feet,
that is
QNH 1018.
severe. Let's see, watch those wingtips. Oh.
RINTI 7 Hotel Delta, descent flight level 120.
Christian, nice. Yeah, if it works for you, then setup's fine. There's Innsbruck. That looks awesome. I'm trying to remember the keybinds. There we go. Look at that. One of my favourite approaches down there. That's special lock DME East. With the circle to land. Commentator's just dropped his Pringles. What flavour Pringles? That's the question.
Oscar Lima Delta Mike, descent 9,500 feet.
The mountains look massively improved.
500 feet, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Mike.
Matthew, hello, welcome.
Plus Canadian Flight 1, being radar contact, score 1000, take a bit off.
Score 1000, Scandinavian Flight 1 and requesting to leave for 5 minutes.
Approved and clear take to Beatles.
Take Beatles for Scandinavian Flight 1, danke.
RINTI 7 Hotel Delta, descent 9,000 feet, QNH 1018.
9,000 feet, QNH 1018, RINTI 7 Hotel Delta.
Turkish 9 Oscar Kilo, revised QNH 1017.
QNH 1017,
Turkish 1 Juliet Lima, revised QNH 1017.
Always original. See, I like a good old pack of salt and vinegar. But I found that they now burn your mouth.
QNH 1017, 7 Hotel Delta.
You've just seen a helicopter in a flat spin on X-Plane 11.
Not quite yet, Oscar. Echo Lima Delta Mike.
Oh dear. Clayton, we're off to Mykonos, one of the Greek islands. Really tricky approach, and last time we flew in there we had, I think we had about 5 or 6 of us flying in, and only 3 of us safely made it down, and the others crashed. So it's notoriously difficult for the approach with the weather. You see Innsbruck in full detail from 37,000, meanwhile I see 2 deep trees on X-Plane 11 at 100 feet. Yeah, Sim Update 5 has been, all the problems out of the way with the 2 hotfixes. Sim Update 5 is now such a pleasure. I mean, look at the graphics there. Vivek, welcome on board. The specs are in the live chat for you, the little command there. So hopefully that helps. No doubt half the cabin is still queuing for the toilet, refusing to sit down. Clayton, yeah, we're pretty heavy today. There you go, ice is +5. We're at 67.2 tons still. Lights, where I was I flying on other sims before FS 2020? Not for many years. The last time I flew a sim, it was I think Flight Sim 2002, where you had the Concorde and the 777, and I used to take off from Makefield and then land at O'Hare, and that was it, because that's all you could do. And then I went out of simming because I started flying for real life as an instructor on some light aircraft.
Sorry, cleared for the visual approach, Oscar. Give me that mic. Perfect, to confirm visual approach, runway 26. Visual runway 26, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Mike.
I did that for about 3 a bit years. Loved it.
Approach, runway 11, keep speed 200 knots for greater.
Sour cream and onion. That's a good flavour.
Let's approach runway 17 Hotel Delta.
Almost brought some Pringles up for my my stream snack. Always got a snack to do when I'm flying, to nibble on, especially on these long sectors. Clayton wants a flight from Manchester to Gran Canaria. Yeah, sure. If you want our Discord server, pop it into content suggestions, and it will go on a list. If not, let me know and I'll manually put it in there myself.
Osprey 5563, can accept flight level 390. Negative, we're at ceiling at the moment, Osprey 5563. Roger.
Lights, all you could literally do was take off from Makefield, fly to Chicago O'Hare and then land, and it was painful. Look at that, it's literally on a roller coaster. Very bumpy, David, indeed, yes. Daniel Perez, welcome on board.
Hello again, Christian 439 Papa, passing flight 1759, flight 350 inbound Papa.
Hello again, Christian 439 Papa, Wien radar contact, can flight level 280.
But I've made a list, made a note, sorry Clayton, of your flight request Manchester to Gran Canaria there, so I'll try and, if I get a chance actually, I'll do that next week. Do you know if there's any freeware scenery for Gran Canaria? Anyone remember Sim Flight Unlimited? Absolutely no, I don't.
Limited to Mike, just be advised there's one more aircraft approaching from the far west.
Bob, what joystick am I using? I've got the T-Flight HOTAS X full flight kit. So made by Thrustmaster, just a real cheap setup, but I've got the full flight kit with the rudder pedals, which is good. Hugh's gone for cheese and biscuits. What cheese? That's the question.
6,000 feet, lapsing at 280. 280 cleared NATO for kilo transition.
clear to Nerdo, 4 kilo transmission LUT, get to at 0.
Turkish 1 Juliet Lima, speed 200.
Speed 200, Turkish 1 Juliet Lima.
Ryanair 7 Hotel Delta, speed 180.
God, he hasn't stopped talking, has he?
6 miles.
What a lad. Smashing out the traffic.
6 miles, 7 Hotel Delta. Turkish 9 Oscar Kilo, speed 220.
We're going to be leaving his airspace soon. We're going to be over Slovenia. We'll overfly Ljubljana, south of Zagreb, over Sarajevo. Just south of Skopje, followed by Thessaloniki, and then descending through the Aegean Sea. I think I referred to that as the Med earlier, which is wrong. Crumbly, Lancashire. Ooh, very nice. I quite like a bit of brie. I do like a bit of goat's cheese as well. Cooper, g'day to you. Hope you're okay. SP flew Zurich to Pula last night over the Alps. Turbulence was insane. Nice. What's Pula look like in Microsoft Flight Simulator, out of interest? Daniel's about to touch down as easyJet. That's a nice little sector for you.
EasyJet 6, Charlie Mike, 128, goodbye.
That's awesome. Look at that from a distance. Honest Unicom 122.8 for Easy 56 Charlie Mike. Thanks to the ATC. Cheers.
With a 3543, 128, goodbye. With a 3543, 122.8, goodbye.
Matthew. First sim was 2002 as well. Yeah, it's pretty much spawn on the runway, take off, and disappear, wasn't it? Land at Chicago O'Hare, fly back to Meigs Field. That was kind of it. It was great fun though. I think it had a helicopter as well. I used to do auto rotation in the helicopters. Diego, hello to you. Hope you're okay. Skopje. Aviation simulation's been triggered by my lack of pronunciation skills there. Clayton wants set TUI. Yeah, sure. Only on. Well, I've only got A320, so I could do it in a Dreamliner. I could do it in the 787-10 perhaps. With the heavy division mod, that could be an option if that sounds good. Up to you if you'd like it in a 787 Dreamliner or not. For that Manchester Gran Canaria. Ooh, Mykonos. Winds 010 at 18. That sounds like we're going to have to do the circle to land. That's even trickier. Yeah, that's favouring. Very much favouring runway 16. Clayton, what would you prefer? Manchester to Gran Canaria in the A320neo, but with the TUI livery, or the 787 Dreamliner with the TUI livery? Meta LGMK. Yeah, 010 at 18 knots. Oh. So I think that's going to pretty much solidify the fact that we're going to have to do a circle to land for this. Misma Treble 1, welcome on board. Bob's flown the 737 PMDG a lot on FSX and IVAO. Can't wait for the MSFS release. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, isn't it? Look at that. Sort of like the edge of that mountain range there in the valley, extending out to the Balkans. Bit of the water over there. Some high-level cloud as well off in the distance. Clayton wants it in a Dreamliner. Consider it done. Let me make a note so I don't forget that bit. And we'll do that in the heavy division Dreamliner, possibly next week. There we go. Content list. Sounds like quite a good route. 2E787 Manchester to Gran Canaria. We could have a couple of people. We could have a couple fly Thomas Cook. We could have a couple fly Monarch. That'd be quite a cool little. I mean, most flights are a group flight anyway on VATSIM. Right. So the approach then that we've got is actually quite tricky. Good grief, that is violent. I haven't even had a chance to turn the seatbelt sign off yet. GWT videos. What entry level side sticks and yokes would I recommend? I would avoid the TCA officer pack. For about £100 or £80 you can get the T-Flight Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS X full flight kit, which is what I've got. And you get a basic stick, a single axis throttle, really easy to configure both of those, and you get a set of rudder pedals which are really good. Well, the wind that we've got at the moment into Mykonos, we don't need to change anything because the way Mykonos is, it's quite difficult at the best of times. We're going to fly in via LETSO for this initial approach fix, and then we're going to fly a manually flown sort of self-vectored arc, if you like, round. So no star, but we're going to fly vector ourselves in for the final approach, which is going to look like that. This is for runway 34, and as you can see on the left hand side of your screen there is no approach plates for the other runway, which is 16. Yeah, 16. It's a short runway anyway, 1,902 meters. And you can see there the overview. There's the airport. And a load of information there too. Wind shear occurs in the airport area when winds are from the west, north and northeast, and that's what we had an issue with last time we flew in, and it sounds like we're going to potentially have the same problem again this time with the winds coming in sort of westerly. Circle to land is not authorised at night and east of runway, so it's a westerly circle to land only towards Athens, if you like. And there's runway 16. No straight-in approach procedures to this runway. So you can see the hills there which lead onto all the downdrafts and the wind shear. But we're going to come in from the right-hand side of this picture, circle to land. And what we're going to be doing, should the weather stay the same as it is at the moment, we want this one. We're going to fly in as if we're going to be doing a VOR approach runway 34. And then at about 2 DME, roughly around 2 DME, we're going to level off at minimums, which is 1,200 feet. And we're then going to break off, we're going to fly a downwind leg, and then we're going to come round, manually fly a right turn to then land. So it's quite a full-on approach. Lots can go wrong. Basically it's what we do at Innsbruck as well. GWT, yeah, T-Flight HOTAS X, and it's the full flight kit. So if you want the full flight kit, you get the rudder pedals. If you don't get the full flight kit, you just get the throttle and the yoke, the stick. Sorry. Ljubljana's on the left. Ah, yes, there it is. Look at that. Watch on board, why VOR and not RNAV? Because RNAV could be quite clunky in the in MSFS. we can give it a go. Circle to land minimums are 1,700 feet. Has anybody copped Lawnmower Simulator? Not yet. It's probably not the sort of thing that I would enjoy using. Matthew, dev, greater than custom or not? What do you think about this custom version? So really good. It is going to become the development version. Look at that high-level cloud, wispy, coming through. So it will become a... everything that you're seeing here today will become part of the development branch soon, which is really good. So all you've got to do is every time you fly, just update it, and one day you'll notice that the flight plan manager has suddenly appeared inside, or it will be announced on Twitter, on the FlyByWire Twitter. Magic, the throttle has got its own calibration, and the stick's got its own calibration, and the rudder connects to a basically a little USB. You just put it into a USB port in the back of your PC. Nice and easy. Diffuse, how do you set up the aircraft to call out minimums? Never seems to do it for me. In the RadNav page, no, sorry, in the approach page of the MCDU. I'll turn the seatbelt signs off in a minute as well. You want to type in the MDA into the barrow there. GWT, yeah, the rudders do have a twist to Z-axis. Thrustmaster, T-flight, HOTAS X, full flight kit. I suspect they're hard to get still. Yeah, they're out of stock. Of course they are. The rudder pedals themselves are worth 90 quid apparently at the moment on sale, so very expensive. Barrow is the barometric pressure, so it's the decision height that's linked to your altimeter here, which is then obviously linked to the QNH. So it's your altitude in relation to barometric pressure. The one with rad out is the one that comes at the bottom here, the little orange, and it's the distance exactly from the aircraft to the ground. What's wrong with the TCA? I don't know, it's got good reviews, but it sounds like it's quite difficult to configure at times, and throttle detents and things quite difficult to calibrate apparently, from a lot of feedback from people. RV Commandant, welcome on board. And Ilamudin, hello, is this the Neo? It is indeed, yeah, it's the FlyByWire A320 Neo, or the A32NX as it's known as. Just coming up to halfway. Philip looks like he's right on top of UC. He was a couple of minutes behind me, and I'm a couple of minutes behind David. David, what approach are you going to be configuring for, out of interest? And Beeline 496 is behind Wesley. How did you set the cameras like on the wing? Matthew's asking. Basically you have to change a couple of settings, and then you can move the camera around a little bit and actually find... You sort of end up in the middle of the cabin if you like. You can then move the camera around and set custom views. If you give me a second and monitor the live chats, I'll put a link in there which is a tutorial showing you how to do it. I show it you on the Aerosoft CRJ. There we go. But the process is exactly the same. Ilamudin, we're at 39,000 feet. Looking good. I guess the circle to land, but I may just extend, let you go first, David's saying. Well, it's up to you. Are you going to be doing the VOR initial approach, or are you going to be doing the RNAV initial approach onto 3-4? That's the question. I mean, in fairness, we could probably give the RNAV a go. It's a little bit more boxy though. Ricardo, hello. But the circle to land is going to be down to us to manage and fly, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much if the RNAV stuff appears a little broken. LETSO, flight level 80, max 250 knots, MK522, max 230. Oh, cool, David, you're doing the VOR as well. Cool. I should do the same. Fabnem, hello, just tuned in. Welcome, welcome. Where is the aircraft at the moment? So we are pretty much over Croatian airspace, and yeah, we're over Croatia at the moment. Oh, that's annoying. That's recently introduced from Sim Update 5, and it is so frustrating. Let's see if we can see Zagreb in the distance. Yes, that city over there is Zagreb. Through the cloud. In fact, I think that's the airport. One of those is. Philip, are they? Winds are 010 at 18 knots. Unless the metal's changed again. Ilamudin, awesome. GWT is asking, how do you calculate the barrow? So, let's see. Basically, you get your ATIS information. Your METAR will tell you your QNH, and obviously, when you're descending, you hit the transition altitude, and you touch out of standard pressure. You go into your local QNH, so that might be like 1014, for example, or 1018. And then on the charts themselves, at the bottom, you'll have your missed approach, your minimums, and things like that. So, in bold, DA is MDA, which is the barrow missed approach altitude. And then the one in brackets is the RAD-out one, the one that says radio in the Airbus. For the circle to land approaches, you've got a separate box, so you can see there that if we're flying the normal approach of 3-4, the MDA is 1,200 feet, and the runway visual range for Category C aircraft, which is us, 2,400 meters. And then circle to land, though, it's a little different. It's 1,700 feet barrow for a missed approach, and the RVR is the same, it's 2,400. It's all on the approach plates to help you work stuff out. Clayton, good to hear. What are the winds? 010. Oh wait, yeah, ignore me. Yeah, we're not doing a circle to land. For some reason I was reading that as 110. Yeah, so runway 34 for a straight in approach, which is exactly the same approach that we did when we flew into here the other day. So, not doing a circle to land. We're just doing straight in with the VOR. So VOR Yankee, which is this. Unless of course the weather changes. So via LETSO, which is just up here, we're going to then fly and vector ourselves around. Not so much worry about the DME arc, but we're just going to vector ourselves around to final approach. And then we're going to fly this course of 333 degrees down to the runway exactly and land runway 34. So no circle to land, but the straight in approach with the risk of wind shear and everything else. You can see there we've got 3-degree glide slope, MDA of 1,200 feet, and you've got a couple of different step altitudes there for the approach for us to check off as we make our way in as well. And then the dotted line is the missed approach stuff. David, what do you think about just doing the straight in VOR for 3-4? Yeah, I definitely misread the 010 as a 110. I'm glad you guys are paying more attention in the live chat than I am. Jonathan, as always, thanks for the flight, Captain. Heading to work now. I'll parachute back to Barbados. Nice. And catch up with you later. Roland, hello. Hope you're okay. We're making some good progress. We're just over the halfway point now. And I kind of wish I brought some Pringles up with me. Clayton, what time are we landing? It's at the very top of your screen, ETA and Zulu, so add 2 hours. So that doesn't seem right. ETA. We basically got 1 hour, 20 minutes to go, roughly. The ETA seems a bit balked at the moment. Let's see what the MCDU says. 1532 UTC. Which weirdly suggests we've got 2 hours left. No, yeah, 1 hour left. 1 hour, 25 minutes or so. We have got up ahead somewhere David. Can't quite see him yet. We are indeed over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Herzegovina. That's another one I can't pronounce. Flight level 350, loving the new cockpit textures. Yeah, they are really good, aren't they? Yeah, the FlyByWire sounds, the textures, everything, really top notch. They've started. I say started, really early conception, but they've started a modelling of the A320 for it to be completely split away from the default model. there's about 5 stands at Mykonos. We've got the new 29 Palms scenery that we took a look at the other day. Last week I think it was. Beautiful scenery. And we've got 1, 2, 3... We've got 6 of us flying in. So hopefully we all make it. We all make it down this time, hopefully. We've got split on our right hand side. Let's switch sides. Split is all off in the distance over there somewhere. Right, you could just see the coastline here. Split's right off over there somewhere. Really looking forward to our group flight in 2 days. 16 of us flying along for that so far that have confirmed. Actually 17, because I think Aviation Simulation, I think you said you were coming as well, but you haven't given the thumbs up yet. So that'll be 17 of us, so it's going to be really good. And hopefully actually we might be able to get some parallel approaches in Madrid. That's going to look really cool. So there'll be 16 of us, but we will be able to sort of bunch up a little bit more. Man, Jack Circles land at London City, good grief. Yeah, without hitting anything on the way. David A, anybody giving odds? For me, I'm guessing 50-50. Yeah, I think based upon my last one, about a 50-50 as well. Milton, Texas Racing, hello. Have a great time in Greece. We're looking at actually booking a holiday to Greece. The holiday that myself and Mrs. Avgeek had booked in September has obviously been cancelled. So we're looking at potentially booking somewhere small. Everywhere's so expensive though, that's the problem. $90 minutes to go. Those of you flying along on the group flight on Thursday, what aircraft are you guys going to be in? We have got the thumbs up from you, Aviation, that's good. You're coming then, that's good. Utraki is a place to look for a vacation small town. Nice. We looked at something popped up on the missus' Instagram the other day. I think it was the island of Ios, but it looked really nice, and we started looking at it, and then we saw the price, and yeah, almost fell off my seat. Sort of place I think that celebs go. Roland, the group flight, same time as always, 1 o'clock UK time. We're going to be going live. We'll start at Heathrow. I'm going to be in our brand new Osprey World cargo livery, which is on the Google Drive. For those of you inside Discord, you can download it and have a little look. You can fly Osprey World cargo using our 3-letter call sign BVX. Call sign of Osprey on VATSIM if you want to do that. And we're going to be taking the Salty Sim 747-8 with that really stunning livery that Frex has painted for us down to Madrid. Couple of hours flight time. 16 I think going, 17 sorry, flying, including myself so far. And we've got controllers at Heathrow, we've got controllers at Madrid as well, which have booked to help us out. So we're going to have ATC for departure and arrival. Philip, if we had access to the custom flight manager, I'd do the A32NX, but might stick with the CRJ. I'm sure it could get sorted out. Total flight time for Gatwick to Mykonos, about 3.5 hours, I think it is, roughly. We had a bit of a delay on the ground at Gatwick as well, prior to our departure. Aviation simulation sounds good. Grant's loving the Osprey World Cargo 747 livery. Yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? Beeline pilots coming as well. Awesome. Sounds like Roland might be tempted as well. It'll be on the VATSIM network, guys, as well, so we can have that extra immersion with some ATC. Aviation simulations beating the traffic, potentially going from Gatwick. Philip, yeah, the 747 stream, that's it. It's the group flights. Not done one for a long time, actually. I've been waiting for 10,000 subscribers, but we've just thought, you know what, we'll just do a group flight anyway. We've just hit over 9,000 subscribers, so there's a reason to celebrate. I'm tempted, for those of you who can't fly along, and for those of you who are flying along as well, just to turn it into a bit more of a celebration for the whole community, as sort of potentially turn it into a giveaway as well. So I'd have to work out what to do and have to draw up all the terms and conditions and things, but be sure to tune in for that. I might be potentially giving away a Contrail gift card or something like that, just to give something back to one of our subscribers. Haven't done a giveaway yet for the month of August, I don't think, not counting the Mykonos giveaway, which actually I think we did the other week. So we usually do at least one a month, don't we? I lose track of how many we've done. Where is it? 27th of July was our last giveaway. Oh, Grant. Unfortunately still can't install MSFS, but we'll watch the stream. What's happening with your install? We've got that silly lightning bug again. Clayton, how do you know where you're going on the sync? On the plane will you show me? How do you mean? Tom, do you have a place where your viewers can view your MSFS graphics settings? So I did do a graphics settings video a couple of months ago, but of course the Sim Update 5 has completely torn that up. So effectively what I've got is ultra settings. I've literally clicked the ultra preset and then I've scrolled down to the bottom, and the option that says motion blur, I've turned that off, and that is my settings now at the moment. So the ultra preset and then motion blur, specifically that turned off. And obviously as well, for those of you who saw last week's video about how to lock frames in the sim, I've done that as well. So I've got it locked at 35 frames per second, and that just gives me that little bit more stability. How'd you get locked game? Clayton, you can't get it on PS4, and I also don't condone hacking or getting ripped versions. It's available now on Xbox, but you won't get this level of immersion on the Xbox version, sadly. I mean, do you have like a panel to show you where you're going if you've flown on the game before? Not so much on here, but I'll show you. There's an app called Volanta, a program called Volanta by Orbex. It looks like this, and it shows you your route. But what it also does is it will show you all of the routes you've done. There we go. So it'll show you all the different places you've flown, all the routes that you've flown, having tracked it using this specific Volanta program. So quite good. And it also gives you your foot per minute landing ratings and all that sort of stuff. So Havo will be out of our left window soon. Doink. Have we passed it yet? Oh, I think we have passed it. It's that down there, I believe, isn't it? Ah, film grain. Yes, I've got to turn that off. I think I turned it off before. If it's turned itself back on again, that's not good. Dwell, altitude 40,127 feet in the top bar. Why is it so different from flight level 390? Oh, David, yeah, continue at flight level 390. The reason why that is because of pressure. So we're at QNH 1013, standard pressure. But that might not actually be true altitude, if that makes sense. There's a really good explanation of it on the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums, but basically Microsoft Flight Simulator is the first ever simulator ever created that actually generates actually simulates pressure around the aircraft at the static ports. So for the first time, it's a simulator that properly accurately gives you your altitude based upon pressure and all that sort of stuff. So as you're flying through different regions where there's pressure is different, you'll see the altitude change. TA Nick, it's an Airbus A320neo. We'll get to an outside view here, we'll show you, although the drone camera's probably tilted again. Yep. Why did Asobo think that was even a good idea? I do not know. There we go. Oh, there's UC. Off in the distance, you just see his contrails. Grant says my account is linked to another Steam account. Aviation Sim gave me a couple of ways to try and link it, but still defaults to old account. That's not good. Have you tried raising it with Steam support rather than MSFS support? They might be able to do some stuff their side. Well, yeah, basically. So all aircraft, when they're flying at flight level, fly to a pressure of 1013, but if the pressure below us is, for example, 1018, the pressure will be different. The altitude will be different depending on where we're flying over. It's probably the simplest way of explaining it. Not the most scientific way though. Yorton Texas Racing, yeah, I'll pop it in the live chat. It's Volanta. There you go. Thanks, TA Nick. Yeah, so it's standard pressure with a QNH of 1013, which is like the international sort of norm when you're flying a flight level. We're at 39,000 feet, but as you can see, our true altitude is 40,000 feet. Doctor aboard. I could depart Mykonos for the next flight and then go somewhere else, but eventually, I don't know. I like flying out with really good scenery, and I think Gatwick, Manchester, Birmingham particularly are really good. Oh, wow, no idea. Matthew could probably help that. It probably sounds about right. There's a really good write-up on the forums from the person that actually developed vPilot, which explains it in good detail. I think he mentioned that roughly. In fact, where are we flying over at the moment? I can get the QNH. Let's see. I'll get the QNH for Pristina because we're coming up to that next. So, BKPR. So the QNH there is 1017. But obviously we're flying at a pressure gradient of 1013 at flight level 390. So our altitude for us at flight level 390 will be different to actually the true altitude, if that makes sense. If I'm explaining it correctly. Dan, what model matching VMR files do I have set up in vPilot these days? So I've got, at the top of the list, I've got model matching magic, which it looks for everything that I've got installed and builds a VMR specific to those. I've then got my premium deluxe MSFS model matching version 3 that I've put on flightsim.to, and then I've also got airlines.vmr, which is also on flightsim.to now, I think. It's been a little while since I was in the 787 Heavy Division mod, so next time we stream next week I'll do another one. I'll do a stream in the Dreamliner. We'll check out all the latest updates from that. I do very much enjoy flying that, I'll be honest. I'm also hoping to bring you guys some special content. I can't talk about what it's going to be yet, but I'm hoping to bring you guys some pre-release content for something coming soon as well, which I'm really excited about. But of course, when I get more details, and if it's confirmed, I'll get a stream lined up for it, and maybe a couple of videos as well. David J, you probably need to download the liveries again. I know the easyJet ones for me I had to download again. Oh wow, Thessaloniki is coming up in 220 miles. Yeah, the Plato one I've never used. The IVAO ones I use as a backup to a backup, so the airlines.vmr is right to the bottom, but they don't have any lights on that either. Need to get above Kai on Volanta's board. Bob Black, cheers for your videos, that really help. It's always good to hear. Genuinely really enjoy simming. You know, if I could fly in real life, then that'd be even better. But I quite enjoy it, and if I can help other people enjoy it, then even better. Hoyt, Texas, when I go inside the FlyByWire, there's not a cabin. Yeah, sadly, all we've got is... because it's the default A320 model, it's this view here, which is actually, if I come away, for those of you who have seen my model matching, my custom view video, it's literally just a window port, one on that side, and then there's one down the bottom there as well, and then you get the galleys. You get a bit of the cargo hold as well, so you can put a camera down there, facing that door so the cargo hold opens, but that is literally it. Clayton, yeah, still got a little way to go. Probably about an hour left. Dan, if you rename a livery folder once downloaded, does it bugger anything up? Just in the process of tidying everything up in add-on linker. The folder itself shouldn't matter, but it's the actual title of the livery inside aircraft config for each livery that seems to be what Microsoft Flight Simulator looks for at the moment. But again, yeah, that might change when Asobo decides to make it look for something else. And then we'll have to revisit it. There is a project in progress at the moment that is hoping to solve a lot of problems. And actually, some of the models that we saw today, though I can't talk about it too much, some of the models we saw today are part of that project. And that is going to be a one-size-fits-all package that's going to work for offline traffic, MSFS live traffic, and VATSIM traffic as well, which is going to be cool. And they're making some really good progress, so they've got some fantastic livery creators working with them as well, including Frex, who's created our new 747 cargo livery. And that's something else we can look forward to with Microsoft Flight Simulator. 8 days to go until it's exactly 1 year old as well. Kevin, yeah, delete the V2 one. I'm hoping the oh, good grief. I'm hoping the approach is smoother than it was last time. It went through a phase when we flew into Mykonos last time, a couple of weeks, 27th I think it was, wasn't it? 27th of July I think I said. When we flew in, we had loads of wind shear on final approach, but then it softened out quite nicely right at the last sort of 100 foot. And then just as I was about to touch down, we got wind shear again, and it just threw our wings. Dan, yeah, I've still got loads of livery error pings and all sorts of craziness going on. Awesome, Matthew, your sim's still there. Sergey, when I fly over Pristina, are we over Kosovo or Serbia? Pristina, I think, is Kosovo, isn't it? Actually, isn't it technically Serbia? Not sure. It's in Albania, isn't it? Balanta needs to be updated. Is it Albania, Kosovo? I'm sure you guys will know better than me. Probably classed as a Serbian airport, isn't it? God, you know what? You've asked a question I absolutely don't know. Dan, sadly no. You can't turn them off, I don't think. It's an error within, well, not an error, but it's a warning within the vPilot client itself. So you can't turn it off. Jason, hello. Just did a go around at Copenhagen and the autopilot ILS wouldn't work again on the FlyByWire. Do you know if the new AP has been tested for this? No, I haven't. I haven't actually. Not sure. Georgia, hi. How long will it take until we're there? I think we're about an hour away. Sergey, yeah, confusing. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. That's what's sort of throwing me, because I thought it was Serbia, but then Valanta, when you zoom in, you've got Serbia there, and then you zoom in and you've got like you got this sort of like half border and Kosovo written in. Interestingly enough. But we're over Macedonia now. And we might still be able to see David's contrails. I can see something just there. I'm not sure if that's David. Flight level 350, what is the map? That is Volanta, so it's a free program you can download from Orbex, and basically it tracks all your flights. It gives you a landing rating as well, so on touchdown it will tell you your foot per minute and your G-force, but it logs all of your routes so that you can kind of keep track of where you've flown in the world on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Doing for fuel, 5.5 tons, 65 tons weight at the moment. And just right off in the distance, we've got the coast, I think, here. Is that the coast? No, it's just where the level of detail. I think the coast is right on the horizon. That's where Thessaloniki is, as we pass over into Greek territory. And you might see the altitude showing on your overlay at 40,000 feet. You might see the altitude change as we go over the sea level. I always get lot fail for me as well, bizarrely. So it might be worth trying a different one, different livery, and running model matching magic again. Yeah, it is, yeah, because it's a disputed country, so I think Orbex are being a bit politically correct and trying not to upset both countries, if that makes sense, or both territories. God, we're wading into dangerous territory just talking about it, I feel like. We'll look out the window this way. There's less drama on this side of the aeroplane. You know what we can do as well? Now that we've got performance back, we can turn this side of the aeroplane up. That's just a random thought there. Turbulence isn't displaying, that's fine. It's not yet modelled in. There's our left turn. We flick down to here, because we've got 70 knot tailwind. Look at that, 10 nautical mile range, straight back on the line. We haven't left that green line all the way with this new custom flight plan manager. Such great work. At some point soon we're going to have to think about descending as well. You can see on your overlay, it looks like we're descending. Oh no, we're climbing again. But actually we're at 39,000 feet still. Yeah, Dan, has it been playing up since Sim Update 5 by any chance? Because I know that's been a bit of a problem for a lot of people. It's certainly changed the way model matching sort of works, but not so much the model matching itself, and it's not so much the VMR files. All they are is just a script telling the sim what to display. For those of you watching that isn't quite sure how it all works, but the liveries themselves have been affected by the Sim Update, and now some of them either don't work with model matching or AI traffic, or the level of details have changed, hence the pink wings and the pink nose and all the weird stuff going on. So we have to wait for the livery creators to update the liveries for them to work in the sim. A bit more of the roller coaster. Up and down with a bit of turbulence. Just about in the distance over there, see the water. and therefore Thessaloniki as well. Wesley. Put in a transition altitude of 7,000, Wesley. That'll probably... in fact, what's the QNH? Oh wow, the QNH is actually 1013. Put a transition altitude of 6,500 feet in, Wesley. Yeah, North Macedonia. Yeah, because Macedonia for the Greeks is Kalamata, Pyrgos, Patras, that part of the world, if I'm not mistaken. What was the other question? What runway are we taking today? Wesley's asking. We're going to do the VOR Yankee for runway 34, but there is a RNAV approach for runway 34 as well, which you can give a go at if you want to. Paul, hi. What is the ETA on a new flight plan manager in the dev branch? They're hoping to get it done by the end of the week. There's a couple of guys working on it. In fact, let me have... Since I downloaded it again this morning, because there was a couple of changes and tweaks to it, I'll have a look to see if there's been any progress. So let me have a quick look-see. Where is it? Yeah, no, so nothing changed as of yesterday evening. Kalamata's definitely Greece. In fact, no, Macedonia for the Greeks is Thessaloniki, isn't it, that we're flying into at the moment? So we're just about to hit what the Greeks perceive as Macedonia, which is all of this area here, around Thessaloniki. If I'm getting my geography right. Oh, what is going on with that? Dylan, hello. How have you removed the toolbar arrow from the top of the screen? Mine doesn't fade away, but I've found that if you move the mouse onto your second screen, it then disappears. The minute I move it back into my central screen, where the sim is, the arrow comes back again. You can't get rid of it. There is a mod that seems to be quite popular at the moment called No Toolbar on flightsim.to that you can download. Personally, I steer away from using that myself. Separation will be a pain when descending. You see, when are you going to descend? When you descend, then I can consider descending just after that. That's it, the Peloponnese region for Kalamata. I should have known that because that was my favourite menu item, the set menu at the Real Greek set of restaurants in the UK. We always ordered the Peloponnese menus. Dan, my toolbar doesn't disappear, so I've holding it, my cursor still, not touching it, it's still there. My cursor disappears, but the toolbar doesn't disappear. Yet something else that Sobo think is a thing that isn't. Yeah, Paul, hopefully the hold feature comes through soon. Well, yeah, the doodle graph approach is still there, but it's not as bad as it used to be. When we had about three approaches all in one. Well, easyJet introduced flights to Kalamata from the UK, wanted to explore the Peloponnese, and then Easy cancelled it and withdrew the flight. Ah. Thessaloniki is also definitely Greece. Yeah, it definitely is. Thessaloniki is Greece, but it's part of the Macedonian region as far as Greece is concerned, I believe, isn't it? Central Macedonia in the region of, yeah, that's it. And that's why the North Macedonia specifically is called North Macedonia. Press the down arrow, it'll disappear. Oh yeah. But then it moves my camera view. Okay, well I can move it back. Thing is, you're always using it anyway. I preferred it before when it was not in the way. David, losing frames per second for some reason. Interestingly, I've gone down to about 32. So I've lost a couple of frames as well. And this is the longest flight I've done since Sim Update 5 and the 2 hotfixes. We're only 80% of the way there. Dan, yeah, I've noticed it was the same today as well, actually. So if I am using the right mouse click to look around and click stuff in the overhead when I'm taxiing, it then locks my controls. So if you've got a fix for that, that would be awesome, if there is a fix for it. David's down to 27 frames per second. Bizarre. We need to work out our descent, so quickly look at the stars. We want to be at LETSO at 8,000. Roland, awesome. Yeah, we'll be down in about 40 minutes, I think. So get that foot on the gas. If in doubt, pull over and watch the stream at the side of the road. No, don't do that. Get yourself home safe. Estimated fuel on board. That's not correct. Weird. I forgot what I was doing now. Right, let's start putting some of this in, shall we? What have we got on the ATIS information? QNH 1013, that was a 1420Z. So the next one's due soon. Shouldn't change too much, but the QNH is 1013, which is what we know as standard pressure. Temperature's 34 degrees. That's nice and hot. Winds 360 at 17, so the winds Mykonos are always quite variable anyway. So, but sweeping around, what we can expect really there, reading in between the lines really, is that the wind is moving around, and that's because of the hills on the right hand side as we make our approach. What else do we have? We're going to go for 6,500 transition, and the Barrow was on the charts. You guys will remember, that's the chart we want. VOY Yankee 34 down the bottom here, 1,200 feet MDA. We're going to be full landing config, really short runway for us today. Not too much room for mistakes. That's that bit done. RadNav. Oh, I know what I want to do actually. I was getting sidetracked. We want to be 8,000 by LESDO. So in the progress page, we're going to put in there to get our distance to LETSO, 242 miles. Loads of time. And then in here, interestingly, I'm going to see what happens to frames now. Oh, my frames have gone back up to 35 now. And with the fly pad going on, they're still at 35, which is good. Performance calculator, top of descent. We can do landing, which is Mykonos. Get META. There's the META for you guys to see. We're not overweight. We're going to be full flaps. And the runway altitude is 405 feet. And runway condition dry. We're going to use reverse thrust. We need it. Approach speed 90. 124. We got here. Let's see. Calculate. So it's telling us what brakes to use, really. Medium auto brake is going to get us stopped in 1,598 meters, and the runway length is 1,902. So we can't use low auto brake because you can see there, low auto brake will give us 2,284 for landing distance. But that can't be right though, because that's with reverse thrust, and I know with low auto brake we'll stop a lot shorter than that. But it's more, I think, safe speeds. 8,000, 145 nautical miles for descent. That's telling us. If we do 1,800 foot per minute, but if I do 3 degrees, that's 97 nautical miles. Which is a bit more of a steeper descent for us. Destination fuel on board below minimum. Yeah, definitely won't be. Thessaloniki down below. Can't quite see it actually, so there she is. Not flown into Thessaloniki yet. There's some really good freeware scenery for that as well on FlightSim.to. We're making good progress in towards Mykonos now. Love the sounds on this. Clear as mud, yeah. Thomas, hello, welcome. I'll try not to put another pothole into the runway aviation simulation. You'll have to tune into Discord later and rewatch the stream to see how it goes. Dan, awesome. Remind me so that I know that later on. Dan's also asking, what do I have my V-Pilot traffic radius at? That's a great question. I've not checked that for a very long time, actually. It's in performance. I've got max aircraft to display 999 and do not display aircraft below beyond 40 nautical miles. There's settings for those. Wesley's now parallel with Phil. Heathrow Plane Spotter, welcome on board. Tuning in for the very first time, so welcome to you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And he's loving Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. That's always good to hear. It's a fantastic simulator and the graphics are breathtaking. I'm sure you will agree. There we go, get some of those wing views. Let's see, what's the favourite ones of mine? There we go. Love that. That's fantastic. And not too far from now, we're going to be starting our descent. And getting strapped in for the craziness that is Mykonos. For their tricky approaches. I just thought actually, we've not heard any pop-ups on vPilot for a little while, and what do you know? That's because it's changed our frequency. God, that's so annoying. That's one of the things that I really hoped was going to get fixed urgently with the FlyByWire mod. Thankfully we're on Unicom, so it's not too much of an impact, but it's so frustrating. 122, oh, where am I going? 1228. There we go. And as Doctor on board was saying, we could probably get away with clearing Ikaru, so let's get rid of that. Ikaru, clear the discontinuity. So you can see there's a gap there now with the flight plan manager. Clear that. Draws a straight line to LETSO. Douche. Progress. Progress to LESDO, 182 miles. LETSO, I keep pronouncing the wrong one. LESDO was back over in France, wasn't it? 180.8. Willie Canuck, hello to you, welcome. Hope you're having a good week so far. Guy, good luck to Wesley in his A350 landing at Mykonos. Yeah, you've got your work cut out for you, Wesley, really. Philip's just gone for a random sim brief chosen route, and he's coming head on to Wesley and everybody else from the west. Oh dear. I need to tune the VORs. So what do we have? Mykonos 110.1. MKN. That's the one. Get rid of that one. And that is it. Thomas, yeah, direct work. We've just done one there. We did a direct, actually, sorry, we did a direct to when we were in Vienna radar, Wien radar, I think it was. We had a direct to through their airspace, which is really good. And what we've just done there is we've actually deleted a minute ago from ETRUD. We were supposed to go to a different waypoint, and it was part of an arrival in via LETSO into Mykonos, and this is actually allowing us to delete that. So we've got a really good flight plan manager now, and it hasn't broke anything yet. Touch wood. We've got to get down and parked up yet, though, of course. In about 15 minutes, the METAR will change again. Islands coming up. Skiathos is off on our right hand side. Coming up directly ahead of us, so we've got the islands of Skiros up there. I think that might be Skiros. Right on the horizon, actually, potentially. Skiathos is over there. One of my other favourite approaches. Oh dear, that's going to be a challenge. Philip, VATSPY showing 4 of us with an ETA of 1 minute. What did I put in for Mykonos? Ah, 1100. Yeah, that is correct. I'm gonna have to start descending soon. Progress. 156 to LESDO. Yeah, let's start descending. We'll pin it down to 12,000 to see what happens. And we can see what it does with our rate of descent as well, because we've planned for a 3 degrees. That's a 2.5. And it's sorting it all out. Sathira, hello. Hope you're doing okay. We're doing okay here actually so far. So far so good. Bill, yeah, we're on the VATSIM network. We are on we're on Unicom at the moment, so we've got no ATC, so we're all going to have to talk to ourselves to work out where we all are in relation to each other. David's up ahead. David, hopefully you've gone direct from ETRUD to LETSO. starting at ETRUD. We can have a nice gentle descent anyway. We've only got 100 and something miles to go. Awesome. David's going direct as well. MPS Gaming, hello. Hope you're okay. We're just starting a gentle descent for the time being. David, let us know in the chat when you start to slow down, so that I can kind of slow down with you and try and keep that separation, because I think we are right. I think I'm right up your chuff, and the sat's too low for us to actually see your contrails. So I'm looking out for your aeroplane. You're up here somewhere. Can't see you though, for love nor money. Smell check. There we go. There's a bit of Greece. Love flying into Greece in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's absolutely stunning. Skyros just here, and in fact you can see the airport. Skiros. Wesley, I'm not close to David. See, I'm using Volanto and it's obviously got that delay. There's the island of Skiros. Neil, nice. Sofa shopping. DFS or SCS? Very good, thank you, MPS. Had a really good flight so far, actually. It's been effortless, except for the crash to desktop literally 10 minutes before the stream started. But I put that down to Gatwick. Scenery being Gatwick. It's still, I think, stand potluck over at Gatwick with that freeware scenery. But stand 50 is always good. That looks pretty good. What time is sunset in Mykonos? Because I always try and time the stream so that as we fly in we are just catching sunset, because it always looks good. Ooh, I know what I need to do. It's all well and good tuning the Mykonos VOR, but I need to set the course. So, course of 333 for that runway heading. For our final approach. There's Skiros. Not flown into there yet. I don't think any airlines do fly into there. Perhaps maybe Aegean. Don't forget to hit the like button while you're here, guys, if you've not given us a like already and you're enjoying the stream, or you're sitting in the background for perhaps the very first time tuning in, wondering who this rather monotonous voice is behind the stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. If you're enjoying it enough, we've got an awesome stream coming up over the next, in 2 days time actually, so on Thursday the 12th we've got a group flight. Mykonos traffic, easy56 Charlie Mike, is an Airbus A320neo passing ETRUD inbound LESDO to the VOR runway 34 approach. So we've got about 100 miles to LESDO. We want to be at 8,000 feet by that. DFS, good choice. Did you find the sofa that you wanted? We've had a DFS sofa for a couple of years. It works wonders for us. Look at that. These are the views that I miss when we're flying in real life. If you guys want to see the charts again as a bit of a reminder, do let me know before we commit too far into the descent. There you go, Beeline Pilot's looking for somebody to join him on the group flight as a shared cockpit for some shared controls, if anybody's interested in joining him for that. Going to be medium auto brake, reverse thrust the moment we touch down, and then hoping we slow in time. If we get wind shear like we did last time, I will be going around. Well, I won't be going all crazy and committing to it this time, because we only just landed safely. You see, awesome. Merry little trail of pilots. David's nice and far ahead actually, so that's a good bit of separation for us. No potholes this time, I hope not. Wesley, you're closing in quite a lot. It does look like it. You've made some good ground, I've got to say. Philip's coming in from the west. Where's he? There he is, I can see you there in the CLJ. Just passing Chalkida. Inbound Athens. Yeah, crater. We destroyed the runway, especially when the two aeroplanes behind us crashed. We pretty much closed the island off, didn't we? Right, so a couple of little checks then. Course set, Mykonos VOR is set. We've got the all of that's done. META, LGMK. So the latest winds 360 at 18 knots. So that's gone up a little bit more. .34 degrees still, and QNH still 1013. By the way, another new feature coming soon, guys, is the airport button. So very soon, it's in testing at the minute, the dev branch, you'll be able to click that, and if you're departing, it's going to snap the flight plan if you're scrolling through this flight plan, for example, and you click airport, it's going to snap it straight to the airport you're departing, or if you're on the way in like we are now, it's going to snap it straight to the airport that we're heading to. So they're just looking forward to the landing. I am, but I'm quietly nervous based upon last time. 72 nautical miles to Mykonos, plus the additional bit for vectoring. So call it about 90 to go. Welcome to everybody just tuning in. Nice seeing the viewer count going up. I'll give you guys a little reminder of the approach. Perhaps you're just tuning in and you're not sure what's going on. So to give you an idea of where we are at the moment, let's turn the little magenta thing on. There we go. We're there. So we're just heading down the Aegean Sea at the moment, descending down towards LETSO, where we have to be at 8,000 feet. We've got the Mykonos VOR tuned in of 110.00 MKN. And we're configured for the VOR approach for LETSO. So from LETSO at 8,000, we're then going to descend down to 5,000 feet on this 12 DME arc, round to then intercept a 12 DME final approach on a course of 333 degrees to runway 34 at Mykonos. Our missed approach, or our MDA, our minimums, is 1,200 feet. Barrow. And there's our missed approach data there. Climb via the VOR on a radial of 333, so flying runway heading to 5 DME, followed by a left turn, max 185 knots to reach the VOR at Mykonos at 3,500 feet and hold. There we go. So there's the approach plates. If you guys want to see how short the runway is actually at Mykonos, Prashant, welcome on board. Let's see. That is the airport. 7 stands and a runway length of 1,902 meters. That's it. 30 meters width, so quite narrow as well for a runway. Gary Cox, welcome on board. Birdman, sorry, what was the barrow setting in the approach phase? How does it differ from the QNH? That's basically what it's linked to, basically. So your barometric pressure, your minimum approach, is linked to the pressure of the day. I need to change that to local as well soon. So I'm going to do that on descent and then put it back on standard until we hit transition. But you'll note it's the same altitude. David's slowing. We've got 50 miles to LESDO. Let's go straight down now too. Probably do that, couldn't we? What are we at? $33 miles, it says there, for that. We've done 16. 35. So let's level off at 12. Nick, good morning. Ido, what is the cost of Navigraph? So for me, I've got the ultimate subscription. I've paid for the year up front. And what that means is effectively I've got a whole year paid for. The ultimate subscription gives you all of the stuff, so the charts, the nav data, the sim brief AIRAC updates, and the nav data inside the sim. And because I've paid up front, it cost me about £65, I think, roughly, for the whole year. Or you can pay monthly, but the monthly version, it costs about £85 or £90 for the year once you paid monthly. So if you can pay for that upfront hit, one-off yearly advance hit, I can highly recommend doing that. Guy's on the phone to the Pope for Wesley. trying to get an A350 into into Mykonos. We've got the VOR tracking now, so we've got the little VOR indicator, the single arrow showing us the direction to the airport, and then we've got the range of 40 miles to Mykonos too. So out the window, there she is. I think it's that island just there. Right, we've got a big fat one on the right hand side. Yep, there we go. So yeah, Mykonos is that one. In fact, I think it's this little one here. I believe it is. Oh, there's, is that you, C? And his contrails have just stopped. Look at that. How stunning. Love flying into the Greek islands. Stop a descent calculator. I'm going to stop using it, I think. So UC, if you're in the live chat still, because I'm pretty sure that is you above. Where's he gone? There he is. Pretty sure that's you. Did you want to go in ahead of me and take the vectors, like sort of vector yourself onto short finals and land, or how do we want to play this? Because we are going to be both on top of each other. There's the new VOR rows, by the way, guys. That's part of the new flight plan manager stuff. And there is the runway indicator as well on the nav display. Oh, there we go, you see. Awesome. There's the island. In fact, there's the airfield just coming into view ever so slightly. You see you're doing RNAV, awesome. What do you want to do? Do you want to go in ahead of me, or do you want to go in after? DGV, hello. If you want to go in ahead, I'm going to descend to 8,000 now, and then I'll slow down. It should give you a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to fly the 12 DME. Can we put fixed rings on? Cool, you see you're going in ahead. Awesome. I'm going to descend to 8,000 then and start to slow down. First views of Mykonos coming up. Look at that. Passing 10,000, so about the wing lights actually. Jonathan, hello. Just joined us at the right time, jetpacking in to see how it's going. We've got Mykonos just off the wing just there actually, just vectoring ourselves around in a few seconds. How stable is the current experimental? This isn't the experimental version, so you don't want to use that. You just want to use the latest development branch. LESDO coming up. And very soon the new flight plan manager is going to have that on in the dev version. David, weather's today is seeming okay, but we've got the winds 360 at 18 knots. Sim Pilot Fred, welcome on board. That's all on. Where's the charts? So now we can activate approach phase, look. Just to show you guys. There we go. Stayed there, perfectly fine. There's beautiful Mykonos. Colana, not yet. It won't. Cool. Let's see, let's do some of that admin now.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
There's the runway, look. Actually struggling to slow down a little here as well. Bit of speed brake. Here she comes. Get rid of the music. Where's UC? Who knows? Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that. That's a screenshot right there. Gotta be. Mykonos traffic, EZ56 Charlie Mike. It's visual with company traffic on the right hand side, and I'll be coming in number 2 to that. Inbound ILS, correction VOR Yankee 34 Mykonos traffic. Got a flaps 1 now. Yes, indeed. I think it might be worthy of a go around this time round. I've actually ditched the 12 dear me. Let's use the co-pilot here to try and spot UC. There it goes. We need a couple of minutes at least, of course. Not tried the VOR approach with this new flight plan manager, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works. Oops, wrong button. Oh, you're kidding me. Jesus, stupid plane. Mykonos traffic, easy 56 Charlie Mike is visual with the company traffic on finals and approach number 2, runway 34, VOI Yankee, Mykonos traffic. There's UC.
Hey, I'm down, guys.
I'm actually extending that base turn somewhat.
Mykonos traffic easy 76 Delta off the traffic for final, around 8 mile final.
Let's snap back now. Mykonos traffic easy 56 Charlie Mike is turning finals 13 miles and slowing to final approach speeds number 2 Mykonos traffic. There's UC's lights. There's the VOR working to capture. And where are we at?
So the 9999 directed HIDAC.
Classical sheet music, welcome back. Where's Wesley then? He says he's overhead somewhere.
Cosray 5563 is on the left base, runway 34. Flight 12 to me, VOR Yankee approach. Descending through full
traffic, Sweeper 4900 is making a fast backtrack.
Make it quick. Here we go. 333. Let's line that VOR up. Oh, there's the runway. We're slightly left. VOR's a bit offset by the looks of it because the runway's over that way.
Mykonos traffic, channel 56 Papa Golf, we'll go around, no problem.
Oh, there's 2 aircraft. There's a Chanex up there as well as UC. Now I've bust the we go about 333 track, don't we? Oh, classical sheet music, that's awesome.
Speedbird 490 is clear.
So he's gone around. What else do we want? So we're coming up to 60 ME. Backtracking might cause go arounds, but there's a lot of us flying in. Let's make a proper correction here. 1200.
Mykonos traffic, channel 56 Papa Golf is line with position. Approach.
Mykonos traffic, Osprey 5563, turning finals, runway 34, 12 miles.
Definitely going to have to be a couple of holds, I think. Let's deal with this, shall we? Mykonos traffic, easy 56 Charlie Mike, I believe number 2, but 4 mile finals, Mykonos traffic. So we're flying it manually now. Got ECAM memos. No blue. See if I can get some snazzy screenshots just before it gets too busy for us. Let's see. I can see him.
100 above. Minimum.
Oh, he's vacated. Continue. Legend. Here comes that sweeping wind. It's now gone to 21 knots. Ever so slightly from the right, but headwind. You see it now sweeping about. This is that infamous Mykonos wind. Hey.
Mykonos traffic, Virgin 999 PELOG left, sorry, right bound turn into finals, runway 34.
400.
Wow.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Much better than last time. You can tell I was nervous because I went dead quiet. Let's see if I can go wide here. Oh, look at that for a medium auto brake.
Mykonos traffic, Osprey 5563, 7 mile final, runway 34. Final approach speed. Give you guys room to get off the runway.
Mykonos traffic, easy 56 Charlie Mike, vacated at Alpha 1. Model matching working a treat here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used.
Patrick, thank you.
Take all your personal belongings with you.
Commentator, thanks. Loving the butter emojis being used. I thought it was an aeroplane, but it's a windsock. This is the 29 Palms and Mykonos scenery, and it is lovely.
Mykonos traffic, Virgin 999 final approach.
Mykonos traffic, Osprey 5563, 4.5 mile final, number 1, runway 34.
Don't send the Pope back yet, we've got to wait for Wesley to land. Back X? No, it's not. Funnily enough, actually, it's Luke C Media who's just tuned in. It's the Luke Air Tool. Can't see anybody yet. Let's get some of these turned off. There we go. Get that part brake on. It's the Luke Air Tool, so it's free to download on flightsim.to, and it gives you loads of announcements and things. They've actually got a passenger simulator style thing as well. Let's quickly snap out because we want to go to. We've got to get a snapshot of everybody here, by the way. Here we go. Phil in the CRJ. There's the church, guys, that we almost wiped out last time we were here. There we go, we'll get that little fence view, shall we? We'll have a look in a second as well on Volanta to get our touchdown rates. In the meantime, Here comes Philip, the creator of model matching magic. You're wondering who Philip is?
Mykonos traffic, Virgin 9, 999, 7 mile final.
Oh, look at this.
Mykonos traffic, channel 56.
Yes.
So we're joining the final at 10 miles.
Oh, hey, lovely.
Are you sure that's enough?
Bashad, oh no. He's already gone around once, Wesley, so it'd be kind of unfair for him to have to go around again. Look at this. How good does this look? What a great scenery. We've brought it to life with all of us flying in today as well. It's stunning. I'm not sure where that easyJet's gone.
Better with wheels.
I can smell the burning.
Mykonos traffic, B926, we are on final 34 number 2.
Where's he going to park? Got to try and get a couple of views in here. How far out is Wesley? Because he's not too far away. He's landing at A350. Here he comes. Virgin A350.
56 traffic over on the approach speed.
And the challenge for Wesley, if he accepts it, if he's still watching and not gripping on for dear life, is to stop by Alpha 2. That's the challenge, should he choose to accept it. Look at that, that's beautiful. UC, nice. Right, let's quickly get Wesley spotted.
Challenge accepted then.
There we go. That will help Chanex out as well as flying finals behind. I think he's going to display as a Virgin Atlantic 787, but I'm not sure. But he's in an A350 on, I think, X-plane. Daniel, awesome. Nice little day of flying. Hopefully you get some ATC at Gatwick as well. Look at that windsock, guys. Oh. And now it's suddenly switched. And that's the danger of Mykonos. Because the hill, all the hills here, cause the wind to sweep down and whip up quite nicely. Look at it, switch back again. Oh, here he comes. Pink jet. Virgin, there we go. Oh, that wind looks so variable, isn't it? Here we go. Oh. Oh, it's like he literally just touched the ground by the fence. First and only time ever you'll see a Virgin Heavy in Mykonos. Because Category D aircraft aren't actually allowed, apparently. Oh, look at that. That's got to be emergency brakes. No idea where he's going to land though. Oh, look at that. Olympic Classic.
Virgin 10, Virgin 9999 vacated.
That's beautiful. Classic Olympic Airways. Minty, hello to you.
Oh my jeez, this is terrifying.
And who else have we got on short finals now? Minty, can I say hi, Rion? Rion, hello. Who else have we got? Because we're going to be bombarded with touchdowns. Here we go. Here's the next one. I think we're going to run out of stands. We've got how many more left to come in?
Mykonos traffic, Chanex 56, traffic off 2 miles, fine, runway 34.
We'll time that beautifully. Let's very quickly look at my landing rate. So there's my little bit of a dog leg out just to help UC out. Good grief, got loads flying in. Two really close up together there. There's our route. And our touchdown rate, 1.06 G minus 285 foot per minute. I'm very happy with that, that's good. Happy days. What a beautiful route as well. Got Jet 2 flying in. I'd love to do this in real life, I really would. I think if I told the missus what this was all about and showed her this, she would definitely not ever want to go to Mykonos ever. Especially with the last landing I did here. Which airport am I at? We are at Mykonos, LGMK. GAD16DK, they're all real people tuned in on VATSIM. We don't have a Jet 2 livery, sadly, so it's given us a blank white A319. So this is that ChanX aircraft, Jet 2 Airways. Beautifully done, straight, bang on the touchdown marker there. Can image reversers as well. It's a shame about the mirrored liveries there on the Virgin. So we'll have to go to this side to get screenshots, I think. Olympic, love it. Fantastic livery. We've got 2 on finals still. Look at this. Stand 2's available. Stand 6 is available. Oh, there's a little light aircraft as well there. Ah, level of detail. Ruining the screenshot. Oh, what a flight. Still got a couple more to get down. Here he comes. Not even sure if they know they're on a stream, but welcome. And here's the next victim. Who have we got on finals? I think, is that it? Beeline 496.
Perfect, ship final. Mykonos.
There we go, Beeline. He's obviously joined us initially from Gatwick and then got a crash to desktop like a couple of other folk. So he then spawned at Brussels. We've literally filled up with Mykonos today. There's the touchdown marker, the big white squares. Oh, look at that. Smooth. We don't have a Beeline or Brussels Airlines livery, sadly. There we are. God, how do I get a screenshot with all of us? I can't even see myself. There we go, that's probably a bit better look. Wow. And we all made it this time. We lost 3 aircraft last time, I think it was. Awesome. All down. Thanks to those of you who flew along. Hope you've all really enjoyed it. I certainly have. I thought it's been an awesome little stream. Let's try and get a bit more resolution, shall we, on the textures by getting that bit closer. There we go. That's sweet, that's so good. Welcome to all of our brand new subscribers. We've got loads of new subscribers today, which is really great to see. So thanks for being on board with us. Richard Round for your tip earlier on today, right at the beginning of the stream. Your donation to the channel. Thanks for supporting the stream, of course, as well. Really kind of you. And as always, thanks to our gold, silver and gold Bronze, Silver and Gold frequent flyers, our channel members of course, for supporting the stream every month too. Minty, yep, giving you a shout out already, but you're so busy spamming you obviously didn't hear. But hello to you. And you're spamming again, brilliant. Join us in 2 days, we've got a group flight, we're going to be connecting to VATSIM again. Every flight we do of course is a group flight on the VATSIM network, so everybody's always welcome to fly along if they are confident on the network. As you've seen today, we've filled up every stand at Mykonos, and we've run out of room. LUVAL, welcome on board. So join us on Thursday the 12th. We're going to be going from Heathrow, London Heathrow, to Madrid in Spain on VATSIM. I'm going to be in our brand new cargo Osprey World Cargo livery in the Boeing 747-8 with the Salty Sim mod. That's going to be really cool. So make sure you tune in for that, and if you wish to, and you're free and you're confident on VATSIM, join us as well. Thanks for everybody for flying along. Hope you guys have all enjoyed it too. Join us to continue the conversation on Discord, discord.gg/BritishAvGeek, and you can join us all in there as well, of course. And, if you missed the previous attempt at landing here, check out the stream from the end of July into Mykonos, and you'll see we lost a couple of aeroplanes, and I only just managed to get it down myself. So, I hope you all have a really good rest of the day. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. And I hope to see you all on Thursday the 12th for the group flights. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.